The Wild Wild West.
We're live. Jared Klickstein, what the fuck's up, dude?
Thank you for having me. Total honor.
Dude, thanks for coming to do this.
Of course.
I was hyping your book up on the Patreon too. I never really talked about it on the regular one, I don't think.
No, I appreciate it.
What a book.
It changed everything. Yeah.
Dude, that shit was unbelievable.
Thank you.
Glad you're alive. I'm glad you sent me the thing and I'm like, all right, I read a sample chapter and I'm like, oh, this is fucking, I've always wanted, for people who don't know, you basically lived for a period on Skid Row.
Yeah.
And that's not, the whole story is like, you know, how you got there, how you started off, blah, blah, blah. But Jesus Christ, for my like perverted voyeuristic brain, I was like, I can actually like get some boots on the ground account of that. Because you just drive by it and you're like, Jesus Christ. So that for me was very satisfying, which, you know, I'm sure it's like, thanks, dickhead. I really was always curious what that was like.
Well, everyone's curious. I mean, everyone sees Skid Row. Everyone sees these homeless junkies. And like one finally made it out and is like, can read words and write words and stuff.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
So, so I wrote it and I try to make it funny because a lot of people write these like drug memoirs and they're really, you know, like Hunter Biden's memoir is probably not funny.
No.
And
unless you're against the Bidens and you're like, ha ha.
Well, of course, yeah.
Actually, he does a good job at swaying people. I'm like, yeah, Joe Biden is a good fucking maybe he is. I don't fucking know.
Maybe he is.
But
maybe
it wasn't.
Hunter is.
Yeah, it wasn't funny. Hunter's was not really.
Oh, you read
fun.
it?
Yeah, I read Hunter's. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on a big autobiography kick, man. I read them all. Although I feel like, and you know, forgive me, but I think there could have been aspects of his that might have been politically pressured to kind of like paint a certain light.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he didn't write it either.
That's another big one.
Yeah, so I wrote it. And
although he was pretty productive, man. He was blasting. He was just ripping crack. He could have, yeah.
What's crazy is I was just in Boston and I like went through all my personal stuff and I found all my dad's shit because my dad was a crackhead and I got taken away when I was 12 and then he just went like full Hunter Biden. He got these camcorders and I have like 20 hours of footage. Yeah. No dicks or anything. Okay. Or not yet. I've only watched like 2 hours.
What's his footage? So it's non-sex tapes. It's just him.
It's like him and my mom like smoking crack and like being paranoid and like him doing drug deals and like setting up the camera on his like little Ford Taurus because he's paranoid.
True.
And it's like him like filming his closet and he's like the CIA has like summoned a demon to live in my closet. It's like really crazy.
How many hours of this footage do you have?
I have like 20 tapes. Yeah.
Damn.
So that'll probably be the subject of like the next book or like a documentary.
Yeah, I was about to say that would be a wild doc. Yeah. Damn, maybe he was just reviewing the tapes, trying to get better at drug dealing, and be like, I could have been a little more careful right there in that parking lot. I could have.
Well, I think he was just really paranoid and was filming everything. And I think crack does make you voyeuristic, or it makes you start filming for some reason. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, but this is like 2001, like with a camcorder.
I could see that. If you wake up and you're like, damn, last night was a movie, dude. I got to record the next one.
And he's like learning how to edit. It was like editing on the camera, like doing swipes and stuff. So it's like him smoking crack and then there's just like a swipe of a picture of a crack pipe. He's like doing like iMovie shit from 2001.
So you're going to go through all that footage?
I'm going to go through I went through like 2 hours of it already.
Damn, what was that like? That must have been kind of charged.
I mean, I know I'm laughing and I know this is a comedy podcast, you know, but yeah, it's dark.
Yeah,
it's fucking dark.
Yeah, man.
But,
oh my God. Yeah, that would, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Did you submit for America's Funny Some Videos yet?
I mean,
and your dad passed recently?
My dad passed. Yeah.
Sorry
Not from crack. Yeah, he cleaned up. Yeah. But thank you. Yeah. R.I.P. So this is a weird way to be introduced to my dad, but
yeah.
And I hope there's no dicks or any like. I'm just praying that there's no like sexual stuff. But
yeah, you can blur.
He wasn't like that.
You can blur him for the doc.
Yeah.
that would be pretty rugged, dude.
Yeah.
It's also I don't know. There is something hard because it's your parents, you know, it's your dad. So there's something like heartwarming about watching it, but it is.
Yeah.
It's utterly twisted.
Well, what's really fucked up is like I remember them on drugs. So seeing them on drugs is like heartwarming.
Yeah,
which
that makes
is fucked
sense.
up.
Yeah, it's very fucked up.
But you know, it's good footage.
That would be a pretty stellar doc.
Yeah, HBO, if you're listening, you know.
Yeah, and if there's any part of you that's like, is it right? It's like, dude, I always say yes.
Yeah.
They owe it to you.
Yeah.
If he recorded the crack footage, don't waste it. Be like, should I really put them out there like that? I would say yes. Not in a bad way, but it's like, it's your story to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was doing that and my kids had all that footage, I'd be like, yeah, dude, fuck it. You can do anything with this, please.
No, and it shows them in like a pretty good light. I mean, they were good people, you know? So like they're like having conversations and talking about cool shit. And And like, you know, dragons living in the closet and all that. So, so it is funny. It is dark, but, you know, unfortunately that's all the footage I have of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, most people don't have any. I have no videos really of my parents. So
I know you don't really think about that. So fortunately they were crackheads and got really into camcorders.
that's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
I might hire a camera crew, full-time camera crew of my parents now. Catch their just catch their remaining years, just turn their whole life into a reality show against their will.
Yeah. No, I filmed my dad like right before he died. He like told a story because he did Yo-Yo Ma's kitchen and like all his finished carpentry or like finished cabinetry and all that. And he was like stealing Oxycontin from Yo-Yo Ma.
Who's Yo-Yo Ma?
He was a celloist.
Yeah. Who was on Oxys?
I think he like is a legitimate guy that got like a back surgery or something.
I believe that.
But my dad did not, you know, he was just stealing it.
Doing his kitchen. And hit the
so he
pantry,
told the story. It was pretty funny.
That's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
How'd the kitchen turn out?
Really good. My dad was a great carpenter. He did John Kerry's desk and office, and John Kerry tried to not pay him.
What?
Yeah,
Senator John Kerry?
Senator John Kerry has it. Yeah, apparently he had an issue with paying people.
What?
Yeah, they wrote about it in the Boston Globe. Yeah.
Damn. I never heard. You heard it here first, dude. Boston Globe wrote the story, but heard it here second, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So he tried to how much did he try to stiff your dad for?
Oh, I don't know how much, but my dad went, you know, he was like a senator in Boston, and then I guess he went to DC at some point, and my dad went down to DC and like did his office down there.
Got you.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Thanks, dickhead."
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks. So that was like your whole start was just you grew up just it was kind of nuts, or like I remember you described it as like it was nuts, but as a little kid you would just watch your parents just kind of off the rails and be like, "Man, they're just they're a little stressed." Like you eventually learned. There's a funny part of that book was like I thought they were smoking weed, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude!"
Well, that's what's cool about the like the tapes that I have, because my dad would make his own crack pipes, and they look like little like bongs, you know. So I would just find these bongs, and I just thought my parents were smoking weed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I saw Half Baked came out, and I was like, oh, my parents are just, you know, they just weigh 90 pounds and they smoke weed.
They must not be getting the munchies enough. Yeah, that is pretty. There was parts of that book literally I would just start crying. I brought it to Denver with me. I read it I started reading it on the plane. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's so like engrossing.
Yeah.
You get so engrossed in it, and then I'll get back from shows and just read it for like hours, and I ripped through it in like pretty much a weekend. Yeah.
Well, thank you, man. I mean, I'm not like, obviously I've like have holes in my brain and I've like killed a lot of brain cells. So it's an easy read. You know, I'm not Shakespeare or anything, but but I appreciate
no old English in there at all.
No old English.
Yeah, it's relieving. Yeah.
But I'm sure you get hit up by a lot of people with like, here's a picture I drew or whatever. Here's a book I wrote. You know, thank you for reading it.
Dude, it was awesome.
Thank you.
It was genuinely really and then and you've been on Fox, I think, a couple times, or maybe what else? You've been on the news.
Yeah.
And you're like giving like the takes on like homelessness, which I thought that was kind of cool too. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because you came out of that. I'm sure people would love to have you like, see, we need more funds. And you're like, actually.
Well, Fox loves me because if any opportunity to shit on California, like they'll take you on. So they took me on like immediately. And I'm like pretty apolitical, but and everyone was like, don't go on Fox. Like, it's going to fuck your life up. Fuck Fox and all that. And I was like, no, I'm going to go on Fox.
Yeah,
and I did it, and it got me a book deal. And it actually reunited me with my aunt and uncle.
That's pretty cool.
Because they thought I was just still a crackhead.
What?
You know, like 5 years sober. So they saw me on the news.
I saw you on the Winners Network, obviously. Fox. Like, damn, dude, he's fucking winning right now.
Yeah. Well, they don't, actually, they're kind of like, they don't like Fox. But like a relative was like, yo, Jared's on Fox. And they saw me and they're like, oh shit, he's probably not smoking crack.
Yeah, they have to watch it and be like, huh.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. I mean, it is that was a cool thing you did in the book where it's like, you know, here's my story. And then it's like, by the way, and I think you did this pretty good where it wasn't like, because you could have like went full court press, like, here's my takes on policy, blah, blah, blah. It would just get like tossed in, peppered in. You'd be like, yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Your whole idea is that like, definitely we should help homeless people, but like, let's kind of build accountability in there if you're just kind of like putting people up for free or just like showering people in resources and not dealing with the inner issue.
Yeah.
You're killing them because they're just going to keep getting high and die.
Yeah, it's like a house is burning down and like instead of spraying it with water, you're like, here's like medicine to like deal with your burns.
Yeah.
You know, like we have to kind of address the key, like the foundational issue of addiction. And listen, there's a lot of homeless people that aren't addicted. Obviously, you know, some of them are just mentally ill.
Yeah.
Permanently. A lot of those people that are mentally ill, like I was mentally ill. Like I was screaming in like a McDonald's dining area. Like, you know, I was like yelling at people and throwing shit.
That feel good?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get
It
up.
kind of does, because when you're home, it's crazy because when you become homeless, you're like, I'm like jaywalking. It like starts with jaywalking. And then you're like, I'm going to like deliberately walk in front of cars.
Yeah, dude, I always wondered about that. So you start being like, fuck these cars, I'm going.
And then you're like, I'm going to litter. And then you're like, I'm going to like knock over a trash can. And it just like escalates. And it's like, I'm going to throw shit at people in a McDonald's. Whoa. And then it's like, I'm going to rob people.
Yeah, then you know, I might as well put all this energy to good use.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it does escalate. Because going to jail is like, it's basically like a sleepover. It's like, oh shit, I get to like chill for like 3 days. So going to jail is like not a punishment. It's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get a pillow and like a shower.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'll throw shit at people.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna fuck this lady up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a guy recently, whatchamacallit? Jesus Christ, I'm blanking on where I was. This is bad. I was in Portland, Oregon, and they have a lot of homeless people there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This weekend, and there was this guy, me and Nate Marshall were walking, and this guy, he was kind of drunk. He was like, oh, what are you guys, homies? And I was like, yeah, actually we are. And I was like, maybe he's just being friendly. I couldn't really tell. And then I come back and he was just getting in homeless people's faces and being like, what's up, dude? And like shoulder bumping him. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get fucking stabbed, dude. I was waiting for it. I'm like, please fucking bash this guy's head in with it. That was the thing too. Like I didn't realize how hard everyone was rumbling in this. I mean, obviously I knew there's like bad stuff going on, but you're saying like you'd sleep with like a pipe between your legs. People would come in your setup and you got to just fucking... Yeah, that shit. I was like, I mean, it makes sense, obviously, but I was always like, I think people are maybe just chilling, a little more peaceful.
No, people are pretty angry.
Yeah,
because you have nothing to lose. When you have nothing to lose, you're willing to lose your life because your life isn't worth that much. So, and I'm like, you know, I'm like not big. I'm like a white guy. I like look, you know, I look the way I look, but you know, I looked like I was like 16 until I was like 30.
Yeah.
You know, so I looked like a kid. And,
same. And then I looked like I was 75 very fast. I skipped like three decades of aging. And now I went from like looking like I was like 27 to looking like I was like 55.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to hitting that relatively soon. But yeah, so like I looked like a bitch basically. I mean, I'm not hard, you know, so yeah, people tried to fuck with me. And like, you know, being white on Skid Row is unlike everything else in life, it's a detriment.
Yeah, true.
So you know, it wasn't that cool. But people were almost like flabbergasted. They're like, "What is this like suburban white boy?" They were like kind of respected it.
Yeah,
they were like, "Holy fuck, man! This like clean cut white kid is like doing it on Skid Row." So
and it was probably came in handy. Like I was reading that, like that's kind of nice when you're able to like use your kind of appearance to. It just helped you.
Yeah, like I went to college, I can talk. So like people were like, "Oh shit, we could keep this kid around and like." Talk to the police for us or whatever. And I was really good at stealing because of it. Yeah. You know, if you're like a Mexican guy with tattoos all over your face, it's not easy to like go steal shit.
Yeah. Trying to lift toothpaste is not easy.
Yeah, yeah. At least 10 years ago.
True. Yeah, now it's all locked up, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So that kind of fucked everything up. Like I was doing it back in the day when they weren't locking everything up and I was like pretty good. I had like a pretty good system and I made more money than I do now. Like working a job. Yeah,
you were saying when you were shoplifting, it was a couple thousand like a day pretty much?
No, like a couple thousand a week untaxed.
Sorry. Yeah.
You know,
sweet.
So like the same that you would make at like a job now.
Same, it's a shame you missed the self-checkout.
I know.
I had no excuse. I was of a relatively sober mind and I pillaged those things pretty hard in the beginning. Yeah. And it wasn't even for like a lust for stuff. I was just kind of like, it was more of like a game where I'd be like, is anyone here actually paying attention to this? Yeah. And it turned out, no, not really at all.
No.
But yeah, I've since obviously given that up. But the, yeah, remember that part of the book where we had a guy who would serve as decoy and then you would just slip into the side and just, because he was, I guess everyone was like, oh, this motherfucker is going to come in here and steal, and you could just clean out and move. Yeah.
Yeah, Richie. I mean, his real name was Ryden. I'll just say it, I guess. But yeah, Ryden was like known across LA County as like a top shoplifter. So he'd go in first. All the staff would be like, fucking Ryden's here. They would like, you know, they'd like all huddle around Ryden, and then I'd sneak in with 2 like Trader Joe's like permanent shopping bags tucked in my pants and just like dump shit into my bags.
Damn, then you'd probably be looking pretty hippie when you went out there though.
I know. I looked like a good Samaritan just chopping.
Wait, so you had them in your pants and you popped them out?
Popped them out.
And then carried?
Yeah, just carried 2 bags. And I linked up with this like, what do you call it? Like a fence. And I got him to start buying makeup. So I just like pour makeup into my bag, and he'd give me like $2.75 per little eyelash thing or whatever. And yeah, I just started making a ton of money.
Damn.
And still going to sleep every night with $0.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. That was the craziest thing. So for you, it was like, you know, and again, in the book you kind of detail it, but you start out, you know, it's pretty like regular kind of stuff. But you, in terms of the drug use, it wasn't so much of like, oh, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. You just describe having this just like constant feeling of like, this is wrong, shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
Then it was like, I need to stay drunk all the time. And it was the thing you talk about I really like is just how like the kind of the mental gymnastics of like, look, here's my line. I'm good on this side of the line. If I cross this line, then it's a problem. Then you cross the line, you're like, look, no, the line's over here. And if I cross over here, then I'm fucked. Then eventually it's like, God damn it.
Yeah, there's just constant, and obviously the end line is like, I'm gonna have sex with a guy for money. You know, that's like the last line, and fortunately, I did not cross that line. I know people don't believe that, but
why? Why do people not believe that? What the fuck, dude?
It's just all my high school friends are like, we know you did it, you know, and I swear I didn't. I mean, one time I let a guy tickle my feet for $100.
Who wouldn't, dude? That's fair.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah,
you know?
that's fair.
and he actually was like a kind of a camcorder guy, so like he filmed it.
Oh, no.
And I've hit him up on Gmail. This was like 2011. So I've recently hit him up on Gmail and I'm like, yo, I know you've tickled a lot of feet, but like, do you remember me? Like, I'd like to see that footage. And he's like,
I'll give you $100. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, what size foot were you? Like, I got to remember. And he's like, I don't know. I've tickled too many feet. You know? But he like tied me up in a bed, like with those like, you know, those like kinky tie up things that have like quick release. It's like Safe Play or whatever.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, so like it was like kind of
me and my
like,
wife. No, there's no Safe Play.
But he was cool. He went to UC Berkeley. He was like a small Asian man.
Nice.
We talked to UC, you know, I went to UC Santa Cruz, so we had our little rivalry. We talked school, and then he tickled me.
Was he? What was his deal? Was he kind of like?
Just a sexual pervert.
He was just a sexual pervert. He was
Yeah.
kind of otherwise just chilling, normal job. He's like, I'm gonna tickle these guys.
Oh yeah, I think he had like a good job, but he was just like, I'm really into tickling. I'm really into tickling feet specifically, and I was like, well, I'm like a meth head, so my feet do not look good, you know. And I was like, can I keep socks on? And he was like, no, you got to take the socks off. So I took the socks off, and he was like, put the socks back on.
Your feet were thrashed.
Yeah. And then he was like tickling my feet, and he was like, and I wasn't like, eventually you stop laughing, it stops becoming ticklish, and he was like, you have to that's how you get paid, like you have to laugh. So that was weird.
You had to fake it?
I had to fake it.
Oh,
I faked it. Yeah. So that was really like and that was pretty innocent, honestly. So I crossed way worse lines in terms of like, you know, damage I did to other people and things like that I don't feel good about. But generally I had a pretty good time. You know, I started out as a heroin addict, and that was pretty manageable and boring. You just kind of get sleepy. But then I moved to methamphetamine, and that's when things kind of
the way you did that was kind of cool. It wasn't a bad idea, but like how you're saying you were delivering heroin for a guy, and they basically forced you like, bro, I know you're gonna be nodding out and shit. Hit some meth, get out there.
Yeah. I kind of worked for this guy that was like working under the cartel, and he would pay me to deliver heroin. And heroin addicts, you know, as you see outside, they're sleepy. You know, they're pretty sleepy. So he was like, I can't trust that you drive and do heroin, you're going to crash, you're going to get arrested. So you actually, as a prerequisite for the job, you have to start doing meth. And that was a line, you know, and I was like, well, it's part of my job details. Like, obviously I'm going to do that.
Being responsible.
Yeah. And meth, I like fell
I'm
in
a
love with
company man.
Yeah, I'm a company man. And I started doing meth, and that, like, I went from like a homeless student, a drug addict student, like pretty manageable, had a girlfriend, all that, like, to like within 3 weeks, like screaming at people, homeless, like lost my place to live, dropped out of school, crashed my car, lost the car. Yeah, meth like really quickly took me down, and
that kind of sent you into orbit, basically.
Yeah, and I like lost my mind, and you know, there's a lot of fun to be had like in meth psychosis and all that, but it does become pretty unmanageable, and eventually I used crack cocaine to quit meth. So I kind of fell in love with crack.
Because that got you off the meth, yeah. And I've heard vice versa. I've heard of people using meth to get off the crack.
A lot of people actually do that. Yeah, so if you go to Skid Row, it's like full of like OG crackheads that switch to meth.
And they're kind of like, are they tame or are they kind of out of it?
Well, meth is cheaper, but I think meth is like, you can stay up for 6 days on meth and like really start doing some damage, like, you know, really thinking that you're talking to demons and all that. And you get into this like really dark psychosis, whereas crack is very simple. It's just like you think it's like you're just paranoid about the police. So like it actually, and it's very like short. It's like short bursts of this paranoia that's actually pretty fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like you smoke crack and you think like the FBI is after you, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's better than demons. I'd rather keep it to this realm.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Open myself up to like, interdimensional fucking beings and shit.
And you like tell yourself you're like, I'm going to smoke this crack. Like obviously the CIA is not after me. Obviously the FBI is not after me. Like I'm just I'm a homeless crackhead. And then every single time then you smoke crack and you're like immediately hiding behind a dumpster and you're like, there's a helicopter. And they're like, I stole some makeup. They're fucking after. I'm on like America's Most Wanted.
I'm on the bulletin board. They got my picture. Board, the fucking yarn connected me with all the other dudes. Yeah, that is kind of terrifying. It was weird too when you said you were able to like eventually with meth realize like with like, when you're bugging out on weed, you're like none of this is real. But like I guess obviously it's way deeper, but to realize like this is just a meth delusion. And you were able to like kind of ride that out a little bit, which sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah, well, when you first start doing it, you have a lot of auditory hallucinations, so you actually hear like your friends so you're like, holy shit, my friends are in the house, like they're in the next room. Then you start texting your friend. I would text my friends and be like, yo, I hear you talking shit. And they're like, I'm 100 miles away right now.
And you're like, yeah, right. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And then but the auditory hallucinations are so. They're just so insane that eventually you are like, okay, like my friends are not in the next room, my family is not in the next room, and you sort of tame the beast at that point, and then it just turns into like mental hallucinations, which are more creative and more fun.
Okay, once you get over the paranoia, you're like, actually, yeah, let's explore some of these other ideas.
Yeah, but it's a terrible drug. I don't recommend anyone. It's pretty hard to like functionally use meth.
Yeah, I can
and like keep your job.
Unless you're a Nazi soldier.
Yeah, or a gay guy. Gay guys seem to be able to do it pretty well. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I used to like chill with these gay dudes in San Francisco, and they were like flight attendants and like had jobs. Yeah.
Do you think they were like microdosing, or they were blazing?
No, I think they were using meth pretty hard. Well, you use meth for like a long weekend. It works really well with jobs that are like 3 days on, 4 days off.
That makes sense. You can just crash for like 3 days.
And then they'd use GHB to like come down. And I like GHB, but they were like, do not pass out around us. They were like, someone could come in, like
they let you know.
They were like, that's on you, buddy.
Yeah, true.
So I'd use GHB and be like, it's time for me to go,
I'm
guys.
out.
Yeah, like this is getting too wild in here. And
yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, maybe not to sound like, ridiculous. I could see that. If you're like a gay guy and you're just kind of methed up, people are like, he's a little sassy today.
Yeah.
Sassy. It might just take your sass to the next level.
Well, they were my friends, but they were like, we have other friends that like we can't, they might come in here and who knows, you're passed out. Like who knows what happens, so.
Fair.
They're like looking out for me.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, partying on meth, that's like.
Yeah, if you're partying on meth with a bunch of gay guys in San Francisco, it's kind of on you. Yeah, if something like that happens.
I would agree. Yeah. I would agree, especially if it's like if it's already like were they like into like obviously they're probably doing like the chemsex thing and all that.
Yeah, heavy into chemsex. That's basically
Can't pass out at a chemsex orgy, dude.
No, you cannot pass out.
I would say that's on you. Traditionally, I'd be like, well, people should conduct themselves in a proper manner. But if you're just like, I'm gonna go to bed right now, a little sleepy. EHB's kicking my ass. I'm about to pass out, guys. You do you. I'm gonna just sleep here on my belly. Don't bother me. I'm such a pussy with substances. I took melatonin for the first time recently because I'm trying to like get my sleep, which I've had some success getting my sleep schedule under like wraps with like traveling and all this stuff. So I've started taking melatonin. I'm such a pussy with substances. Like even that 3 milligrams of melatonin, I'm like, I take it. I'm just laying there reading a book. I'm like, it's not even working. So I'm just reading. All of a sudden I like put my book down. I'm like, oh fuck, my arms are so heavy. I was like, oh no. I just curled up next to my wife, like, help me. I don't like, I was like the opposite. Like if anything goes into my body, I'm like, what's this? What's happening? What's it? But I do understand you get to the point where you go, I don't give a fuck. You're just, I do get that too. If things are going wrong and things are, you're just like, I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I need to exit. The what?
You build a tolerance to like physically, but you also build a tolerance mentally. You're like, I want to check out. You know? So like, I was like, by the end, I was shooting heroin, cocaine, and Klonopin at the same time.
Damn.
Which is, I don't even know if shooting Klonopin works, but I was, I was shooting Klonopin.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it got into your bloodstream.
I think so. Yeah. It like, what do you call it? It like, it makes the heroin act heavier, because you get such a high tolerance to heroin. And like the problem with heroin is like, you get really addicted to heroin to the point where your life gets really shitty and then you want to kill yourself, but it's like a catch-22 because like now you've become too physically addicted that it's hard to overdose on heroin to kill yourself, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so that change, obviously with fentanyl, that's different.
Yeah.
You can kill yourself pretty easily with fentanyl.
Yeah. So you got out of it before like the big shit with like the, what's that shit called? Trank with like the big wounds. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I mean, I last got high in 2018 and I was right when fentanyl really started hitting, but I was in Florida at one point and fentanyl sort of hit Florida first. So I have shot fentanyl. I don't like it. You know, I died, you know, I overdosed in some guy's car and he like took me to the hospital and like took everything out of my pockets and like dragged me out of his car and left me.
Jerk.
But they, you know, they Narcan me and they were like, yeah, man, you were doing fentanyl. And I was like, I didn't even know what fentanyl was.
Yeesh.
And they told me. So then obviously I was like, I'm never doing that again. And then like 2 days later, I was like, I'm going to do that again. And fentanyl is...
So you died. You clinically...
I died. I died for like 4 minutes.
Dude,
yeah.
I have a friend who did that. He died like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy because you're like dead and then they Narcan you and you feel like you're underwater and someone's like pulling you up from the ocean. You're like at the bottom of the ocean. You can't breathe. You're like trying to breathe. And then they like pull you out. Then you just pop out of the ocean and then you're just in a hospital and people are like looking at you.
And I heard you're pretty agitated too, because like it all
pissed.
wears off.
It
right
all
away.
wears off. You're fucking pissed, and they like don't want to help you because I'm like, can I use a phone? The guy took my phone. They're like, can you use a phone? Like, get the fuck
you're
out
right
of
on the beat. You're like, bro, I need to talk to my boy. He owes me $40. You're like, lay down, dude. You're dead.
Yes, and they cut my shirt open, so I had like they like let me go with a gown in Miami, and I was just like walking around Miami with a gown and like no phone. And I called my dad. I finally called my dad, and he was just like, man, you got to go to jail. Like jail would help you right now.
Yeah.
You know?
So what'd you do?
I think I just called some other people and eventually, you know, I got picked up, but I just kept using fentanyl, but fentanyl is like very debilitating. Like, you know, I would do fentanyl and like, I had like a 2-week run on fentanyl and I'd like, you do fentanyl and you just wake up 12 hours later in like a different neighborhood and, you know, it's really fucked up. Whereas heroin, you can like I used to do construction on heroin. Like you can maintain it. I used like operating heavy machinery and shit.
Yeah.
Whereas with fentanyl, I couldn't even make it back to my halfway house. So like the one rule at my halfway house was like, you just have to show up before midnight and you don't get kicked out. And I got kicked out. Like I couldn't even drive a car. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I've worked with guys on heroin before. It's not like ideal, obviously, but you know,
it's not ideal,
they can get the job done.
Yeah, my dad did it for like 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, he did fine until he started smoking crack. And then, you know, crack is a different beast.
Yeah, that's what this guy, I would ride around with him all the time in his truck and he would try to literally like get me to do heroin. He'd be like, bro, you gotta. And my other friend explained it to me that it's really one of those things where when you start doing heroin, you start to evangelize it because you want people underneath you so then you can start selling to them.
Yeah.
But we worked together all the time. He'd be like, bro, man, you'd be having such a fun time. And I'm like, it's like noon. He's just sweating profusely driving around. I'm like, man, I think I'm right. He's like, dude, you can eat. Like, you're not going to lose your appetite. You'll just party. You'll have it. It'll be awesome. I'm like, and meanwhile, I like literally picked him up from his house or like met him at his house. He was actually the one driving, which is funny enough. But it was just like him, his babes just on a mattress on the ground. He was just like, she was active in the family business, obviously. She was just like selling herself. Yeah. So all this stuff's being proposed to me. He's like, bro, I'm telling you, it's a good time. I was like, I'm good, man.
I mean, it is a good time when you're on heroin.
Yeah.
And then you wake, and then the heroin wears off, and it's like the worst time.
Yeah, true.
You know? And then your life becomes this every day. It's like you do heroin, and you're like, I have 12 hours until I'm having diarrhea. And like really sick from heroin.
So like that's not far off.
No, exactly. But it's like this.
Must be putting heroin on the food in the airports, dude. I think I have the same thing. I think I might be dosing me right now.
But it's like a full-time job, and it's just it's actually kind of cool because you like have this one singular goal. Yeah. And it's like I just have to like steal shit and get heroin, and then it's like I have to steal shit and get heroin again, and then the next thing you know, like 6 months have passed, and
whoa,
you know, but the second something doesn't link up, and you like, you know, you show up at the CVS and someone already stole all the shit. And you're getting dope sick and everything. Because once you get too far into dope sickness, you're too dope sick to hustle up money. And it's like this, it's a crazy like treadmill that you have to just run every day.
Yeah. That's why they say a lot of people who get clean do like very, very well in sales and all. Like they get clean and they hit sales jobs and they just crush it.
Yeah, that's a big thing in Florida. Like, get off heroin, start selling like scam vacations to Canadians or something.
Yeah, that was my someone I know was down there getting clean in Florida, and he was like, if you ever get a bill collector or anything, just be like, how's it going, man? You clean?
Yeah,
He
how
said
many days you got?
Yeah, how many days you got? He said a lot of people that call you up on like telemarketing or just down in Florida, like outside of rehab.
I did it. Yeah, my dad got sober in Florida, so I went out to Florida and lived in a halfway house with him, and I tried doing the sales job. I left both times at like noon.
Yeah.
I like labor. I like doing labor.
Telemarketing is crazy. I've tried my hand at it as well, and it's I can't explain. It's just the weirdest fucking job. You're just in this little thing, and like, dude, managers are listening in on your call. I would be intensely nervous, like, oh, hey, just like, dude, I know there's a guy listening. I'm like, fuck.
And they give you a script, and it's like, I know how to talk. Like, let me just talk to this guy. And they're like, no, you got to read. And they're like listening on your headset, and they're like, read the fucking script. Yeah. Like, I wrote the script. Just read the script.
Scripts are so bad, dude. So how do they not know that it's like the worst possible thing?
Yeah, but there's guys that are just making like $5,000 a week doing it.
I know.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is. There were the office big dogs when I did like tech cyber. I don't know what it was. It was like selling like servers and shit. Yeah. And there were guys that were absolutely coining it in there. Yeah. They could sit there and like hold it, like out of a movie, they'd like hold a ball and be like, let me tell you about the new Pentium 4. And I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah. I prefer getting paid like $9 an hour and just like doing demo. Yeah. With like no one that speaks English.
Yeah, that is nice actually.
Yeah.
Holy crap, guys. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. What's something you'd love to learn? As an adult, do you make time to learn new things as often as you'd like? Or was that lost in childhood? Kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, sometimes we lose that curiosity. What's something you'd like to learn? Gardening, a new language, or maybe how to finally beat your best friend in bowling? Therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder because your back to school era can come at any age. And I agree, I think the copy's a little trite, but I do agree. I think you should always seek to expand your horizons. And again, I know guys have a big thing against it. I do think talking to someone, finding a therapist can get you out of your own personal, the limitations of your social network and maybe expose you to some ideas you would never come across. I don't know. I think it's a good idea. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MSSP. Oh my God, guys, Lucy is made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. It's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco-free. Lucy isn't like every other nicotine pouch company that's owned by Big Tobacco. They're like the mom and pop shop of pouches. Pouches come in a variety of strengths from 4 milligrams all the way up to 12 milligrams. Lucy offers a unique variety of flavors including apple ice, wintergreen, mango, and espresso. If you're not a pouch person, Lucy gum is available in 2 milligrams, 4 milligrams, or 6 milligrams. What else do I need to say? It's fantastic. I take fucking 600 milligrams every day. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/drenched and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co and use code DRENCHED to get 20% off and always free shipping. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age and every order is age verified. So if you're thinking about picking up young chicks with Lucy products, don't do it. They're only for grown-up responsible adults over the age of 18. Warning, this product contains nicotine, and nicotine is an addictive chemical. Oh, wow. Guys, Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and just watch the winnings roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. I mean, I can't say anything more about this. I love getting in on the fantasy sports action daily with Prize Picks. Just me against the numbers. That's what I want. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCHED and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code DRENCHED on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Now let's get back to the show after a quick announcement. Hey guys, really quick, I have a couple of shows coming up. I'd love to see you there. I'll be in Philly this weekend, but that's gone. Comedy Connection, East Providence, Rhode Island. That is September 12th to the September 14th. Please go. I think that'll sell out, but let's have fun there. Cleveland, Ohio. I'll be at the Hilarities Comedy Club from October 10th to October 12th. And then Boston, I'll be at the Wilbur, 10/18, one night only, 2 shows. Come on, that's poised to sell out any minute now. Any day now, really. Also, Milwaukee, I'll be at the Improv, 10/24 to 10/26. And these ones are big. Guys, please come to these ones, God damn it. Please, Washington, D.C. area, Virginia. I'll be at the Capital One Hall in Tysons, Virginia on November 15th. And then the next day, I'll be at the New York Comedy Festival, Town Hall, New York City, the state of New York, New York City, New York. That's 11/16. Guys, please come. Then I'll have a bunch of other dates coming up. Love you. Bye.
It does have like a freeing effect on the mind when you're doing that. When you're just knocking down walls, carrying heavy stuff. At the end of the day, you're tired, you lay down.
Yeah. That's what I did in Florida. Like I just did like grunt manual labor with like Cubans and Nicaraguans. And yeah, this one guy had a tool chest that said work will set you free, which is what Auschwitz said on Auschwitz. I don't think he was aware of that. But I was like, damn, work does set you free.
True.
You know? And I don't know, it sets you, I recommend if you're trying to get off opiates or drugs, like just go do manual labor. I mean, it really helped me.
Yeah, I could see
you
that.
know, I don't do it anymore, but fuck, I mean, it just makes the clock spin. You're just trying to make the clock spin at first, you know?
Yeah, to get time.
Get through the time, yeah.
Yeah, that was another thing too I found kind of striking when you were like, you would get clean, you'd be like, all right, everything's going well, then there'd be a part of your brain where like, I'm doing heroin. Yeah. I'm definitely doing it again. It's just a matter of time. And be like, all right, I'm going to make it to this city. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop over here.
Yeah,
that's the weirdest part of the whole thing when it's like, it's like a hard thing for people to wrap their head around because it's like you can have the experience of things going like as south as possible, you know, and like your immediate relationships get thrown off, all this stuff. You get clean. And the thing that sucks about addiction is that thing where you're like, I don't want to do this, but there's genuinely a part of you that's just like, you're like, oh, fuck, whatever.
Yeah, you can't control.
It's hard to explain to anybody else, and it's such a weird part of ourselves that people don't really know what to do with. Like even like experts are like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're following your own will and you're a drug addict, you are going to do heroin, whether it takes you 2 days or a week or 30 days, 5 years. Like you're just gonna do heroin, and you know, your life, you know, my life would get pretty good. I'd like buy like a $1,200 car and like get a little job and then be like, okay, I'm moving. You know, I drove from Florida to Oakland one time and like got my apartment set up and everything. And then I was like, I'm going to fucking stay clean. And then I hit like New Orleans and I was like, I'm going to go check out, you know, what's going on. And you're like, I wonder if like you like talk to a kid at a gas station. You're like, is there heroin here? Like just out of curiosity, you know? And then,
there better not be any heroin here, is there?
But I mean, obviously, this, you know, I know this is a Catholic podcast. You know, I got spiritual. You know, so
that's good.
Yeah.
I've heard that is for real the thing that really helps, man.
Yeah, and people don't want to hear that shit. But sorry, like that's what you know. That's what helped me. And it's not like it's a non-denominational thing, but like I just like had to give it up, you know. And yeah, man, I believe in God, and don't want to get weird or anything about God or anything. But like you know, I believe in something. You have to believe in something bigger than yourself, is like watching over you, and you have to kind of accept. It's actually like a humility thing. It's like. When I'm in charge and I make decisions, like I end up in a bathtub in Chinatown, like missing my toe or some shit and like a needle in my arm. And like that is where I literally end up. Yeah. And so I can't make decisions. Like so you just kind of like try to align your will with God's will. And listen, man, I'm sitting across the table for Matt McCusker right now. And like,
Oh,
I was
dude,
literally a
that's
homeless
insane.
guy on Skid Row, you know? So like, you know,
Pretty
obviously,
sick, actually.
yeah, it's
I'm equally as pumped. I'm like, dude, it's so fucking cool. I've never got one of these guys.
no, I figure like a lot of people, you know, we see these guys, like people want to hear these guys, you know, I'm a heroin guy. Like I'm a guy like, you know, so
That
it's
is
a crazy
crazy if you think
opportunity to
about
talk
it,
to
though.
one of these
No,
people.
dude, if you were to sit there, you drive past Skid Row and you're like, oh, there's a fucking published author, right? You know, it's
Yeah.
like you don't think of it at all.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it is crazy. And I do think it is regrettable that's just the taboo of our time. Religion, taboo of our time.
Yeah.
Like back in the Victorian times, you couldn't talk about sex. You could
Yeah.
talk about religion. Now you can be like, you know, whatever.
You can be like, my daughter does OnlyFans. I'm very proud of her. You know?
Or
but you can't talk
I
about
think their
God.
health teacher now in school actually shows their dick to the
Yeah.
class. I don't know how they do. But it's like, it's so weird. And if you bring up religion, it's like,
Yeah, you can't do it.
I do think that's how AA was founded. It was, I think the guy, Bill was the dude's
Bill,
name.
yeah, Bill.
He actually met with Carl Jung back when,
Yes.
you know, whatever. And Carl Jung was the guy who was like, bro, if you don't come up with some sort of spiritual connection or come up with some sort of a connection to, you know, a reality beyond yourself or whatever, transpersonal reality, you're doomed. It's
Yeah.
like if you hit, you know, if you're over 40, that was Carl Jung's big thing. It's like if you hit 40 and you don't come up with some worldview that doesn't have you at the absolute center of the universe, if you can somehow like shift it up to where there's actually something way beyond yourself and kind of humble yourself,
Yeah.
he's like the rest of your life will be way easier. If you don't, it's just all going to fall apart and you're going to go, oh shit.
Yeah, that's like the key for everybody. I mean, especially in the, you know, it works for drug addicts. I think it would work for everybody.
It does. I
alcoholics, you
genuinely
know.
think it does.
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
similar thing because I grew up Catholic, and you know it was like you get out and you're like, church is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not the real body of Christ. They figured it out, and, you know, and you know all of a sudden your life starts to fall apart, and like, you know, it can be bigger or lesser ways, and you're like, same thing. You're like, I've been in charge of the program here. Results are less than spectacular.
Yeah.
Let me try to reorient myself, as you know, because it reorients you more towards like service rather than like trying to self-aggrandize and blah blah blah. And right now I'm doing a project where I'm just studying a bunch of autobiographies, and I'm trying to figure out like if there is, I guess, I don't know what to call it. I guess it would be like circumstantial proof or whatever, just like anecdotal of like worldviews where it's like, you know, me at the center of the world. They call it, it's like express self is like a type of value system where it's like, I get what I want at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you know, I'm the boss. And there's a lot of people, that's the value system. Then there's the sacrifice self value system, which is like, there's something greater than me. I have to live by, you know, some sort of rules that I don't necessarily set. And I'm trying to like look at all these autobiographies and try to see like, all right, who lives as like more of an express self type? Who lives as a sacrifice self? And then after reading hopefully like 50 or 100 autobiographies, being like, all right, here's how these ended up basically. And everyone probably has like a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of crazy how that is the thing where it's like, I don't want to get weird, but I believe in God. And it's like, it's not that weird. People have
Yeah.
been doing it since the beginning of like human consciousness.
Yeah.
So, and what you're saying, people get worried too. It's like, oh man, like, you know, I don't want to come off as like a religious nut. Cause it is, I get it. People can really hammer that home to the point where it's like, all right, but yeah, I'm glad for you. I think that's a good thing. And it's, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's hard to monetize, where it's like, well, you know, it's easier to set up like, well, we got to figure out with like pills, this, that, and this. It's like, well, you can also have a spiritual experience. And they're like, all right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not saying it's like a big conspiracy, but like,
Well,
it's just an
sad.
unfortunate thing of our time when it's such a simple, so I mean, it's not a simple solution, obviously, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I think it's regrettable that people are so like, oh, when you're, you know, I can say it's like one of those things that can help your life so tremendously if you find something, you know, tailored for yourself. You don't have to like sever off your rational mind. You just
Yeah.
have to like, you know, maybe pluck a little chunk out of it.
Yeah.
And just kind of keep the rest.
And it like, you know, it gives you community. It gives you a sense of like, there's a bigger thing going on than just what's in my head and like what I think this person thinks about me at the office. And like, you know, drug addicts are the most like self-obsessive, selfish people, really. I mean, I know that sounds, you know, that's not like a kind thing to say about these people that are out on the streets, but like I was out on the streets and like all you give a fuck about is yourself. And whenever I only give a fuck about myself, I end up laying in the gutter. I mean, that's just what happens. So like, and I know that's really hard to say as a guy that like, I literally wrote a book about my life, like how self-obsessive could you get? I mean, that's as self-obsessive as you can get, really. But
Only great men write autobiographies, dude. Don't.
yeah, but you know, if you read the book, it's basically me writing about how retarded I am. You know, so
very
it's
funny.
like, sure, it's like it's about me, but it's about how much of a piece of shit I am, really. So hopefully that like, there's a sense of humility around it, you know.
No, I think you did a great job. And it really is. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, whether it's drug addiction or just like, you know, say you're not addicted to drugs, that same line of thought is just not as pronounced, because it's like if you're addicted to heroin and meth, it's like, yeah, you're crashing your car, you're going to jail. So like everyone's easily like, yep, you're fucking up. But if you're running like a similar, you know, I think most people are very, very it's just the way we're designed. It's not like a you know, value or like a character flaw. It's just the way we're kind of designed that I think kind of slowly erodes through a series of repeated and larger failures in life, where it's like, you know, say you're like, I didn't do like heroin or meth or anything, but I've had definitely decisions blow up in my face that weren't like my whole family, like, God damn, that guy needs to go away for a while. But it was enough to be like, for me to be like, well, that fucking all went up in smoke. And you're like, God damn it. And you're like, you know, because there's that big master of the universe syndrome where you're like, I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like when I would like sell weed and all this stuff, I would be like smoking weed all day, driving around with like 30 pounds of weed in my trunk. Like, dude, I'm the master of the fucking, and just like a bunch of my relationships fell apart. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of a fucking loser. I thought I was the man.
Yeah.
So that can happen, man, when you're just kind of like, dude, I don't have to listen to anybody. I don't have to do anything anyone says. And it's like, when you're young, it's very intoxicating to be in that. And then you're like, oh, there's this whole other part of life that has to go. And like, you know, even if you don't want a family, it's like being involved in your community, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If you get kind of like self-insulated, it's easy to have like the wheels come off. And it is a funny thing when you're like, I'm the boss here. And it's just like your life just dilapidates and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. And every problem like, this is a big thing. Like, you know, the guy that's like 45 that just like fucks his life up every year, and it's always like someone else's fault.
Yeah.
So like, that's a big thing about addiction, and where it's like you're just constantly blaming everyone. You're at the center of the universe and you're just blaming everyone around you for like all your problems. So like, that's another thing with spirituality is like, I don't know, it just helped me like take like almost like an overhead view of my life and just be like, hold on, you're like the common denominator of all this shit. Like potentially you are the cause of these problems. Like you are responsible for these problems. And when you kind of like are like, okay, well, it just goes back to like, okay, well then I'm not running the show. I'm going to let someone else run the show. And like, you know, since I was like a laborer on and off, you know, either I was homeless or I was like in a halfway house doing like construction for $9 an hour. And, you know, the second I kind of like started changing my life and living this way and having some faith, you know, like I have a career, I have my family back, I'm fucking doing a podcast. Like, I mean, it just, you know, life really just starts to take off. And right when I finally admitted, like, you are the piece of shit that is causing all these problems, and like you have to have like a complete psychic change. And you know, I don't think, you know, a lot of people that are hardcore drug addicts, like if they don't have that psychic change, like it's not really if, it's like when are you going to go back to that life? Yeah, you know, you got to change.
The blame's a big one. I've noticed that with people where they're like, dude, he's a fucking, and you're like, that's your problem right now? This dude's being a dickhead to you? Like, I could name 25 other things, dude. Yeah.
Or like blaming the police. Like I was so pissed at the police set me up. I sold drugs to an undercover cop, and like I got a felony, and like I had to go to jail, and it like kind of fucked like the next couple of years of my life up. And I was so fucking pissed at the police. And then I got sober and I like kind of changed everything. And I was like, you sold drugs to you stole Tylenol from a CVS, said they were Norcos, sold them to a cop. Yeah. Like, you're retarded. You shouldn't have done that.
Kind of bunky. I always thought if you sell fake drugs, you don't get in as much trouble though.
I think probably, but I was like, I was like, get me out of here. Like, I'll plead anything. Like, just get me out of here. And like, I had a public defender that was probably on methadone, and he was like, yo, you're fucked, man. Like, because like a lot of people, like drug addicts that have like rich family or like family that will support them, like we'll get them that lawyer, and which almost just kicks the can down the road. You know? So like, I called my dad, and he was like, yo, stay in jail. Like, do whatever. I was like, can you get me a lawyer? And he was like, fuck no, I'm not getting a lawyer. And
it'll be good for you to just get like, you need to be contained.
Yeah. And then actually, like when I became homeless, like I was homeless, I did like a year run on Skid Row, and I would like call my dad, and he was like, go to fucking jail. Like, do whatever you can to go to jail. Like, you need to go to, like, my dad went to jail. That's how he like finally got sober. So I got so blessed, and, you know, got to fucking go to jail. But jail did not like get me sober. Jail like physically removed me from heroin. I never got physically addicted to heroin ever again. But I still like would relapse for like a few days here and there. And so like jail is not the ultimate solution, but it was like a kick in the ass, and sort of like scared the fuck out of me. Like, you know, I was around a lot of people where I was like, damn, you're going to be like a jail guy. Yeah. You're going to be like a prison guy. And like, can you be a prison guy? Like, you're not that big. You're not that tough. Like, can you do it?
How bad does it hurt in prison of just like no babes at all? That's the thing that would really fuck me up, dude. Just zero babes.
I was on heroin.
Sorry, it's a fair question.
Well, I was
So you weren't
on-
really thinking about the babes.
Well, I was on heroin for so long. So when you're on heroin, you have like you're like asexual, like completely. And then when you come off heroin, you're like, you like come in your pants like immediately.
Really?
Like if someone like blows in your direction, like
Yeah.
So like you get like ultra horny.
Oh,
which
no.
is like jail's like the worst place to be ultra horny. So I mean, it's fucking weird, man. It's like there's like a female guard once in a while that comes in. You can smell her, and everyone's like smelling. You know, everyone's like puts their nose up, and like, and then people get weird. People start to get like really weird where they're like. It's like you're not allowed to horseplay in there. You're not allowed to do like any gay shit or like do any gay voices or anything like that or like fuck around. But there's guys that have that like twinkle in their eye.
That would
you
kill
know,
me, bro.
where
I can't be like, so fucking gay for you, bro.
well, that's like the obviously white guy humor is like, let's pretend we're gay.
Yeah.
And like Mexicans run the jail. So they're just like, no gay shit. Like,
No,
you have
at
to be like, the white guys are like, none of that gay shit. Like in front of, like, we got to impress the Mexicans, obviously. Like, like obviously we all want to like do the gay voice. Like we're in fucking jail with a bunch of guys. Like, but like the Mexicans will call us gay. Like we can't do that.
Yeah, it's trouble. Yeah.
And like obviously the black guys are like no gay. Like
Yeah,
they're like number one. Like no gay shit
For sure.
And so it's really sucks for white guys in there.
You can't fuck around and pretend to be gay at all.
You
for
can't
fun.
fuck around and you can't you can't take the towel and like
I'm never speeding ever again. I never thought about that.
It's really hard on white guys in there, man.
It's so funny to have like some dude just covered in swastikas like, and lastly, we can't fuck around about gay stuff.
And it's like clearly, and then occasionally you do have like your all white meeting in the shower area where it's like all white guys and it's like you can let off some steam and like pretend you're gay for like 10 seconds. But it is funny because like the Mexicans just run everything and the white guys are allied with the Mexicans.
I've heard
so it's
that,
like we cannot if we lose this allyship, like we are fucked. So like we have to. So the Mexicans like you guys got to work out every day for an hour. So it's every day. There's like white guys like half-assedly like doing jumping jacks and shit, and like making sure the Mexicans are like watching. You're like I'm doing them.
Are they pumping iron pretty hard there in the jail?
No, but they're like lifting each other, which is kind of gay. You know, they're like
For real? They lift each other?
You have to, if there's like a tiny Mexican guy, it's like, okay, obviously he's like for biceps, you know, and like you have to like use weird shit. You like get under the bunk bed and you're like, you can do like bench with like they'll get like two Mexican guys on the bunk bed and then you're like doing like, okay, throw another Mexican guy on there and you're like doing bench. Yeah.
You gotta squat Danny Trejo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you get really creative. You get like sometimes you get a trash bag, you fill it up with water. You can do like curls with them.
Yeah, I've heard. So what are like when the Mexican guy's being bicep curl? Does he have like a straight face? Like
yeah, because you can't be
like
gay.
hard as fuck.
Yeah, you have to look super hard.
Being curled.
Yeah.
You got a fucking problem with me?
Yeah. No, there's a lot of like get on my back and like I'm gonna do squats.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot for a place where you're not allowed to pretend to be gay. There's like a lot of gay shit going on, and obviously like you're jerking off in a room with like 100 guys at some point, and you're not allowed to jerk off. But it's kind of it's like don't ask, don't tell situation. So
like
you
be a gentleman about it. Don't be like
fuck. Like a guy used to buy heroin from who I actually he came into the jail and I was like, what's up, man? And I was like, do you have any heroin? And he was like, no, I'm I'm in jail, but he got caught jerking off. He was like a 7-year-old black dude, super cool guy, but they rolled him up. They were like, no jerking off.
Damn.
He did it. He tried to be polite. He did it at like 5 a.m., but like the early birds woke up and they caught him jerking off. So
fuck, that sucks. I'd rather be caught by my parents 100 times than be in jail and have dudes like, you jerking off, motherfucker.
No, I did it. It's like the scariest. And obviously, you've jerked off before. You realize like, when you're a kid and like you're listening for your brothers and sisters and shit, and you're like, so this is like scarier because if someone hears you, like they could stab you,
Oh my God.
Not really. I mean, everyone knows like you got to do it. So you just do it in the middle of the night when you wake up and like no one really, but every night if you ever wake up, you hear like the jingle of like many men quietly masturbating.
It's like the roar of the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of like it helps you sleep and everything.
That's crazy, dude. I never thought about that aspect of it. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I thought you could just like hang your sheets over your bed and be like, I'm about to jerk off, bro.
No, because there's like a man on your bunk, So unless you have like an arrangement with him or something, I don't listen. I'm not Mr. Prison. I'm not Mr. Jail. Like I've been to jail. Like it could be different in other dorms, but like.
No, it makes sense.
Like my dorm, like it was kind of like you can't even show your dick unless you're in the shower. Like if you got, that was like an instant boo bop. Like if your dick popped out, like in the dorm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or if you like talked about dicks or just like, you know, but in the shower, obviously you're all naked, you're showering together, looking at everyone's dick. So
Yeah, you can do whatever, yeah.
yeah.
No talking dicks, bro.
No, you can't talk about dicks because.
What do you do with morning wood in jail?
Oh my God. It's just like, yeah, man, it's tough.
You gotta lay there and
You got to
chill.
just lay there, you know, and sometimes you got to, it's like, cause I was in the school dorm where I got to go to school. So like, you're like, I guess I'm going to be be late to school, you know, cause I can't have someone see my dick.
Yeah, if you had
my
a
hard
boner.
dick. Yeah. So,
Bro, the fuck, bro?
yeah. And,
Fucking boner away.
and then like meth will come in sometimes, which like makes everyone horny and gay, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like that becomes pretty tough because like people are tweaked out and, you know,
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's that is tough. I do understand going there and getting clean, but yeah, I think you're right. There is an extra layer, and I feel like there could be. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like there could be a more nuanced approach in jail once you have those guys as a captive audience. Like, how's the programming? Because I know there's like TC, like therapeutic community and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did you have that when you were in there?
Well, there's like AA meetings that come in, and we had actually had like meditation classes. But you go there and like half the guys like think it's like gay. They're like, this is gay, and then they like make noises and shit while you're trying to meditate. And there's like, I was like trying
What
to
kind
do
of
it.
noises do they make?
You know, like kumbaya and like mocking the.
Yeah.
A lady came into jail to teach a bunch of guys that like might murder her yoga and like meditation, and like you're fucking being an asshole.
And they're like, "Hey."
yeah. So like, I mean, listen, there's a lot of low IQ people in jail.
True,
you know, but yeah, like obviously there could be a better approach. I was in there, probably 99% of the people I interacted with were either drug addicts or alcoholics. This is not a good system. This is not working. Like clearly this is a drug problem. Even like the violent criminals, it's like a lot of them were just on meth or like drunk and like beat the shit out of their wife or something. So, you know, there's like foundational issues of mostly like addiction and alcoholism. So like, yeah, we should address, and that doesn't mean like, hey, you shot a guy in the head and you were on meth. Like,
For sure, yeah.
we're going to put you into a therapeutic program. Like, you know, if you're violent, you got to probably do some time, but like, you know, there should be, I was really surprised because like one day they just let you out. And it's like, what the fuck do you think I'm going to do?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just out now. Like, and it's like right by Skid Row, and they let you out at like 2 a.m. And, you know, of course I'm going to go do heroin and smoke crack, you know? So like of course there's like, there has to be a better approach, but like, you know, there was like the 2020 stuff where like the decriminalization of crime basically. And like, that's not working, you know, just being like, we're just not going to send people to jail for like doing violent crime. Like that's not really a good approach. So
they're walking that back pretty hard right now. That's just, we're hitting like Bill Clinton
weird,
era, like tough on crime Democrats are in our near future of being like,
Kamala at the DNC, they were like, Kamala was a tough prosecutor. And Kamala was a tough prosecutor. Like I'm from Oakland, California, like where she was, you know, she was the DA of San Francisco, and she was fucking too hard. I mean, she was like sending parents to jail for like if their kids missed school and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, she was hard, man. But clearly like they're doing this like really quick 180, like this bitch will put you in jail, like vote for her. And like, I don't think it's going to work. I mean, we see what's going on. Like, you can't do that quick of a 180 on that shit. But
yeah. Well, no, she was chill. She was hard. I think then she was like, I'm going to chill as hell.
Yeah, then she got really chill, I guess. But
and now she might flip back and be like, look,
well,
I can slam the gavel.
I don't think she has like a creed or like a, you know, she just, it was really hot at the time to like be super hard ass, you know, tough on crime, like, you know, the 90s, the Clinton, you know, the Clinton crime bill and all that. So she just was kind of going with the times, and then the times changed, you know, and then it goes to like, okay, I'm going to bail people out for like burning down Minneapolis. And shit, So I know you were in Portland. I actually moved to Portland in June 2020.
Oh, God.
Not a great month to move to Portland.
Yeah, what happened? Because I kept thinking the Chaz was in Portland. That's Seattle.
No, that was Seattle.
Kind of fucked me up. That was my whole 5 minutes open and coming out. I was like, I'm gonna make fun of these. I'm gonna make fun of these guys for having like lesbians take control of their city for 6 months.
Well, no, Chaz was like all of downtown Portland, and I had a black girlfriend.
Oh, so they set it up like that.
Yeah, and I went there with a black girlfriend. Not a weird month to move there with a black girlfriend to Portland, and her dad was like, you can't take my daughter to Port. Like, I don't want her around all those crazy white people burning down the city. It was a crazy time, but Portland's cool, man. Portland's cool.
I liked it. So you went there though, and it was like, because people now are like, damn, is it like still fucked up? And I was like, no,
it's
it was fine. It was fine. But it was like, it was as intense as the Chaz there in 2020.
It was fucking intense. It was intense, like spiritually. Like everyone was just like, I was running into people. I like left because there was too many like guys that like dressed like security guards that were like, I'm they, them, like you got to call me they. And I was like, you look like a a dude, you know, like it's really hard for me to do that. There was just a lot of like, it was just really hard like that. And like, you know, I people were just not chill at all. And it went super far. And then now there's kind of like an overcorrection. And it's kind of chill now, I think people, and honestly, like you guys play a big role, and I'm not, you know, I
appreciate it.
I mean, like, I don't want to sound insane right now, but like, you know, podcasts like yours, like you guys kind of like brought about this like spiritual awakening of like, hey, we just have to like, we can say retarded, like we can, you know, we can be cool, you know, and I think comedy really is like saving America. This is going to sound stupid, but like,
no, I appreciate that, man. Well, the problem I saw with a lot of the stuff was like, you're at college, you're trying to get pussy.
Exactly.
You see girls are like on this wild shit of like, you know, pretty much they're doing it for Instagram. And then it's like, you know, maybe they genuinely believe it. I shouldn't say like this all fake, but it's like they're doing a thing to appease some other force. This is a giant force in your life. And you're like, yeah, I'm a fucking they, them. And it's like, I'm trying to get some fucking pussy. I'm not trying to get frozen out or labeled as like, you're like a boomer or whatever the fuck people say.
No, everything comes down to I'm trying to get pussy. Like, because I've realized it in my head, like every decision I've ever, like if there was no pussy, like I wouldn't shower. Like I would shower once a week or something. You know, like there's just every decision that a man makes really comes down to that. So like, yeah, there was just a lot of that. And there was a lot of like, even when like, you know, like when your guys, I was listening to your podcast and I was like, can I even tell people that I'm listening to this shit? Like after the Shane shit. And then now it's like to get pussy, you're like, I listen to the Matt and Shane podcast.
It's flipped. Girls are there's girls. The girlfriends have come and wives are coming to our shows.
Girlfriends have come, yeah.
They've opened their eyes. Yeah, there was a weird, that was a weird thing, I think. I don't know what it was, man. Because everyone thought they were doing like the right thing. They're like, yeah, I'm on the right side of history now. And it's like, the one thing I will give the like wild ass SJWs from, you know, they did all that stuff for a long time. They did, you know, and you can hate this, but they did raise a lot of issues into the public consciousness.
Yeah.
They kind of really like cracked everyone's head open with a hammer and they're like, think about this. And everyone's like, fuck you guys. I'm not thinking about this. So they did do, you know, if you look back at like the last few years, it's like people are a lot more kind of like, the average person is way more forward thinking than they were, you know, in like the 90s and, you know, early 2000s. So they did put a lot of like, you know, things into people's heads like, you know, like if you're black, it's like kind of weird and way different than being white. And be like, shut up and get a job, you bum. Like it's like that now. People have, I think, from all that stuff, have a more kind of nuanced approach to reality with like social issues.
Yeah,
but they're like what they say to do about it. Their solutions are so bad.
Their solutions are really bad and really hurting the people they're trying to help.
Exactly.
But like, certainly, like, listen, it's really good that we're thinking about these things. And you know, I kind of already did because I'd been to jail and I was noticing patterns. I was like, damn, like. You know, I went to jail for like 5 days when I sold that Percocet to the cop or whatever. And my friend Toning Taylor, named Toning, very odd name, but I was in a midnight mission with him. He did like 5 years for like the same shit. And he was a black guy. And I was like, God damn. Like, and he was like, what? And he was a black Israelite dude. Nice. So he liked me because I'm half Jewish, and you know, we'd had Jew talk, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, he really opened my eyes to some shit. I was like, God damn, man. So
yeah, they get crushed. Black dudes get crushed in jail pretty hard.
Yeah. So I was so it was.
But it's harder for us once we get there because we can't do gay stuff.
It's
so
kind of the inverse of inverse of real life.
Yeah. No, dude, my friend was in a one of those like kind of, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this, but it wasn't. So it was technically that part of it was a halfway house. The other part were for like repeat people who violated parole. It was just this giant warehouse in Philly, and you would just go to this warehouse and just live in these rooms of like 40 dudes. And it was technically a jail, but it wasn't any like, you didn't go to like the penitentiary. It was just like this holding thing specifically for parole violators if they ever had to do like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And he said it was run, the whole place was just run by like, there's like these black Muslim ladies in charge of it. And he was like, dude, for real, I don't want to cry racism, but he's like, this is so hard to be white in this place. Yeah. He's like, you could just like, I could bring him in clothes and stuff. I could bring him in anything really, cigarettes, all this stuff. I had to give it to like in a trash bag to this black Muslim lady. She would go through it, and he was like, dude, the drugs here are rampant because you can just stitch heroin into like the waistband of sweatpants. And they're just running amok in here where it's like the drugs are being fueled. Everyone's just making money off this place.
Yeah.
But he was like, and then you just get sent here against your will. He's like, you're trying to get clean. He's like, it's just party time.
Yeah.
So
black Muslim ladies seem to run the Philly airport.
Yeah.
I was at the Philly airport like a week ago.
Yeah, they got a nice stronghold.
No, but they were killing it. They like got me a refund on my flight and shit. So
yeah, they're fucking sweet. It's funny because if you're like a white dude just kicking around, I always assume like black Muslim ladies don't like white people. You see the gear and you're like, I could see them not being a huge fan of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you get to know them, they're very sweet.
Yeah, they were chill.
They're very
they
cool.
Were cool. Yeah. Yeah. Another thing about the whole like awakening thing was like my felony, there was some real criminal justice reform where like I actually am not a felon anymore.
Oh, that's cool.
So like they kind of did, you know, and that makes sense. Like that's good. Like, hey, I've behaved for 7 years. Like, can we get rid of the felony?
7 years is a good number too.
Yeah. Like, it's a jubilee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So,
it's Jewish Jubilee.
Yeah. So I was like, you know, can I get a job at Walmart finally? Like can I not be a felon? And so good shit like that happened. But then there was like criminal justice reform went like a little too far where it was like, you can just like bonk ladies on the head with like a bat and not go to jail. Like that's not good, you know. But
well, no one wanted to be the guy locking people up. It wasn't like politically good.
Not politically good. But I guess now it is.
It's because now you can become the big like hero. Because before we had a guy, who the fuck was he? Larry Krasner, the DA in Philly, and he was like
bad.
Yeah, they were calling him "Let Him Go, Larry." That was, and I knew like back then, like I knew dudes were like selling weed and stuff. He's like, "Oh, let him go, Larry." That's the dude. We love Larry Krasner. And like it's the wrong guys being like, "This guy rules."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it becomes like if you're a DA and you have political aspirations, and it becomes like not politically cool to lock people up. You're like, let's just not lock people up for now. And the city completely goes into disarray because you kind of maybe want to become like a congressperson.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you can't really, people are out here doing. That's the thing, isn't it? Like in jail, it's like 90% of the crimes are committed by like literally like 5% of the population across like race and all that stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they say that. Yeah, and shoplifting especially. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, snatch these people up, and if they're on drugs, it's like, okay, let's figure out a situation where we maybe mandate them to a long-term treatment center. But we have to like really like look at this like, hey, we're not just like trying to like check boxes here. Like we're really trying to like change this person's life and like give them a life worth living. And like we should really I needed purpose, like I was a finished carpenter. So like I eventually like I got out and like I had like a job that not only paid like a decent wage, but it gave me fulfillment. And I was like, I'm building things, I'm helping people, I'm like making beautiful, I'm making houses beautiful and all that. Like we need to like find what people are passionate about, what they can excel at, and like really set them up for a life where it's like, hey, you can afford a 1-bedroom apartment right out of here. Like you can feel good about you. It's like, you're not just going to go get a job at Chipotle and want to kill yourself. And then so we just have to really, I mean, this is like a spiritual problem that is plaguing America. Like if you go to any city, like I live in Oakland, California, and it's like, it's totally fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. And it is sad too when you take all these people in jail and it's scary. They all like tattoos and like career criminals. But I do believe at the root of it, it's just like they were once a kid in a very loveless environment. And obviously like there's that's like a continuum. Obviously there's some people who like got it, but there's like other bad stuff mixed in. But then there's people who like just never ever in their life had like anybody care about them at all.
Yeah.
And that's like I think that's the real root issue when you're dealing with people like, jail, anything really.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, how the fuck? And you're going to try to correct that in like an environment that, you obviously need to like take precautions for society. But yeah, it's really sad. It's one of those things that's like very, very sad. And I think there is hopefully we'll figure it out. Hopefully we'll figure out a way, because you can't go too kumbaya and be like, just give them a guitar and send them out there. It's like you just bang someone in the head with a hammer and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. Or like we're doing this thing where like we're just giving people like apartments in San Francisco and then they're on fentanyl, so they just die in their apartment immediately.
Yeah.
So it's like we can't really do that. I understand the argument, like homeless, what's the solution? Home. Like give them home, And it's like, okay, but if you're addicted to fentanyl, you're just gonna like be alone and OD on fentanyl. So yeah, man, there has to be like a more comprehensive approach. And like, people are like, oh, it's gonna cost so much money. And it's like, we're like, San Francisco spends over $1 billion a year on homelessness, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. So it's like, I don't think money's the issue. Like we have the money, we just have to like redirect it into a way that is actually productive. But it's right now it's so set up to just like, you can just launder so much money if you start a nonprofit. It's so easy to start a nonprofit. It's like, I hand out crack pipes, give me, a $2 million contract. We just have to rethink all
the
this
nonprofits. I didn't realize how, because I worked at one before when I was in social work school, and I was like, this is like, and it wasn't like out and out like a total scam, but it was kind of like, dude, you guys can tighten this thing up. Like it becomes incentivized to be like, just have someone show up, sign a box. It's like, yeah, but you could have like 5 appointments in one to make this guy's life easier. And like, well, you get $200 every time they show up. You dirty motherfucker. Yeah. But it's, I don't know. I remain hopeful. I think something will happen, but it is weird. Is this like the most homeless people we've ever had? Like
I'd imagine
historically. Cause I know there was always homeless people, but now it's like, you get out of cities and you're like, dude, it's like younger people just hit the rails, dude. And it's like you see guys in like their 30s or 20s and you're like, bro, like what the fuck, man? It's bad. I think there is something to it, man. There's that like spiritual malaise where it's like, there's no point to anything. What's the point? I'm never going to be, X, Y, and Z. And like nobody has that, it's hard to find like the joy in a like, you know, a relatively simple life. Like you're saying, like I'm doing, I can take pride in my work. I can do my thing. Now it's just like everyone's so atomized. It's not like, oh, I'm part of a nice community. I'm part of everything's just off on like their own individual journey that, you know, typically when you're just by yourself, it just leads to like intense frustration and despair anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lack of hope.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh yeah.
It rose 12% from 2022 to 2023. That's pretty bad, right?
That's pretty bad.
That's
yeah.
a gigantic leap.
It rose 64% in San Francisco from the year 2016 to 2022. And at the same time, spending on homelessness increased by 500%. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, you know, and there's no hope. You know, it's like we live in a time when it's like you can work really hard, you can get that raise, you can get that promotion, and it's like you're still not buying a house. Like,
I know,
it's
that's
just
sucks.
like you can't start a family. People aren't getting married. People aren't having kids. Like,
Yeah.
it's tough. Hopefully we come out of this. Hopefully whoever wins the presidency, either one of them just makes this shit better. You know, will they do it? Probably not.
Yeah, definitely not.
But
Well, dude,
we'll see where we're
definitely. I tell everyone buy your book. Your book's awesome, dude. Jared
Thank you.
Klickstein.
Yeah. The
Buy
book's
your
Crooked
goddamn
Smile.
book.
If you can't afford it, hit me up. I'll send you a copy or I'll send you like a PDF. I am not a big reader. I know that's a surprise. I wrote a book, but like I can't.
Dude, I'm telling you, my body can only take so much.
All right.
Pause. But my body,
I hear you.
I won't be able to sleep. Like so. But yeah, I'm a big magnesium guy. Right before I go to bed, pass out, you have cool dreams. Pretty tight.
All right. You take anything else?
You're taking mushrooms, right?
Yeah, I take mushrooms. My bad. I take mushrooms as well.
I was listening to the Huberman podcast. I swear to God.
Who's? Huberman?
Yeah.
Hubermans.
What's you guys? What are you saying?
He was talking about some shit called L-tyrosine.
I don't know what that is.
It was it's like a dopamine thing. I don't know. It helps you like focus and stay more alert. I took it one time.
Seems like you're on it right now. You seem alert. That's how I would describe you, Kev.
I took it one time. It was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I took it and went on stage. I was like, oh, okay. Still slow, but you know.
Yeah, the slow is nice on stage.
It is. It works.
I just heard word that I talk too fast at the beginning of my sets, and it
Dude, I fly.
fucks me up. That's
gotta
because I'm
slow
not
down.
trying to not let these fuckers get a word in.
Yeah,
The beginning
true.
of a set, they're
Bud Light's fucking gay.
shut the fuck up. Do Trump. Do Trump right
You should
when I
have
walk.
you should have like a chamber they walk through where they just get it all out. You walk
Yeah.
in. This is fucking
Scream.
trans, man. You're like,
Scream.
all right, you're good.
Somebody yells "I love you" at every show, which is it's been making me laugh. I've been thinking about the guy sitting next to his girlfriend the whole show, just like. And finally musters up the courage just while I'm talking. I love you.
They should have a thing like the scanner they go through at the airport where there's like,
Scream it.
your dad's gay.
Yeah.
Phil's mood.
You and Ethan.
Where's Matt?
You and Ethan do this thing that I think is like, it's kind of cool because y'all hold the mic like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan does it.
Ethan does it too. I'm like,
I always hold it like this.
I tried it a couple times. I'm like, hey, it feels like I'm getting my words out quicker.
Yeah.
I broke the habit. I'm back to PC principal, dude. Just 90
PC
degrees.
principal.
I'm
That was your original form.
I know, and I fucking went to these wicked ways. Now I'm back to PC principal.
PC was your original. That was your most powerful.
PC principal. I'm
Almost
back to it,
elbow
dude.
out, dude.
Elbow
Almost
out, just fucking. We do have the nastiest elbows in the
Yes.
game, dude. Look at these elbows.
Drippy elbows.
Look at these elbows. These are like it's like a fucking rhinoceros, dude. Triceratops
Imagine,
one.
dude. What'd you say?
Dude, our elbows were
What'd you say
sharpened.
about the homosexual community?
What
dude?
the hell?
I support them.
Not during this month.
Not today. What do you think about all those fucking queers?
But careful, dude.
Come on.
JK. LGBT No, they got me fired up, dude.
What happened?
Twitter's Twitter's getting to me.
What were they doing? I haven't been on Twitter in a
They
while.
fucking did a pride thing at the White House. And there's,
So?
by the way, no, not so. They're out there twerking on the White House lawn, taking their tits out on the White House lawn.
Oh, they're doing like a protest.
No, it was with the president. He was up there like, you guys are the best.
Joe
the
Biden?
most bravest people I've ever met.
What?
He was out there?
Yeah.
What's the problem with that though?
He was on the hair sniffers float.
He was.
He's on the smelling little kids hair float.
It's not, look, he really was, dude. Hairs never explode. Just walks off the side of the float.
Damn, I didn't know they were doing that.
They got me.
At the White House?
At the fucking
Dude,
White
it
House,
should be
dude.
red or fucking blue tie quietly on the lawn.
True.
Don't be naked. What political
Also-
party's that?
Also, it was a M to F transgender person flashing the titties that, hey, not bad.
What's
Let me
M to-
oh, this lady
What's
Not a
M-
female.
came out right away. Pretty hot.
Oh, and then he got a picture with Joe Biden.
Bud Light's kicking themselves.
Biden,
Joe,
she-
Joe
she-
didn't know, dude. Joe
she tried to
didn't
take
know.
a picture. She tried to. It was a video, and Biden's like, they're like, oh no, it's a video. And he's like, "Ah."
I don't see anything
Bud
wrong.
Light would have came up if they picked her, dude.
You don't see anything wrong with it?
with them going out there doing that.
I guess I gotta show you.
As
more.
long as they, as long as they fair with it, they let Puerto Ricans go do their thing on their day,
on the White House, titties,
Yeah.
Puerto Rican titties at the White House.
right? It was Puerto Rican Day parade yesterday, wasn't it?
Was it titties at the White House?
Yeah, did they
I
get
don't,
naked?
I
That's the
don't,
question.
I don't really know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I wasn't
There's
there.
no way they got that.
I don't know.
There's
Yeah,
no way Puerto Rico has been given full reign of
Titties.
White House lawn parade.
titties.
That would be more acceptable.
Yeah,
There's a little BBQ out there.
yeah. I don't know. I
Anyway,
mean,
it's not like it's really getting to me, but
for sure.
it's
Yeah,
enough where I
understand.
it's working. The algorithm's
Yeah.
working. I'm like sitting here, I'll look at it and be like, I don't like it.
You don't like it because
Proud Boys. might get
everybody-
naked.
because of what?
Get the Proud Boys naked on the White House, dude.
Yeah, show penis.
Just fucking 5-inch birds, dude.
5. Probably have huge dicks. Is that what you're saying? Anyway, I can't find it. It's all right.
So you're a pro. You're a pro. Just
No, I'm not pro.
I'm saying naked gay guys in the White House.
Naked gay guy. I personally don't give a fuck. I just want to know why you
Why it bothers
give a
me?
fuck. Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to examine. That's also what I'm trying to figure out why.
because is it because everybody else that shows up to the White House has to be some sort of formal or
I mean,
or from wherever them dudes was from?
just it's almost like, I don't know. It's tough to explain, dude. It's hard to really explain. But someone like Biden's giving a speech in front of like a rainbow stage, and he's like, "You guys are the most brave people I've ever met in my life." And it's like, come on, dude, you've handed out medals of honor.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're the most brave," and the person filming is just like, "You're welcome." Like, just like, there's no ounce of like, "Oh, they're helping us."
Yeah.
They're up on the lawn, like, "Yeah, in your fucking face, White House." And the White
Yeah.
House is like, of course, show your tits. They're beautiful.
It feels like an agenda, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's fake.
It's absolutely.
fucking
I mean,
bullshit.
it's literally a political agenda. I mean, it's the definition of an agenda.
I mean, how you know them gay people didn't go like kill somebody in Iraq or something, and then they get they Medal of Honor showing their titties in front of the fucking. It's their version of the shit.
there is that option. There is that possibility. Those
Yeah.
could have been war heroes.
This could have been war heroes. That's what I'm saying. You don't know that.
Lemaire doesn't like it, dude. He's
They can't be war heroes. We got a rule against that.
No, we don't.
not anymore, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
Biden. I think Biden repealed it himself. Biden was against
Trump
gay marriage.
said it, and
What?
then he just tweeted. He was like, "Trans aren't allowed in the military,"
Oh, that was
but
his
that doesn't
rule?
mean anything.
He was the boss.
He didn't actually. There's no law. The president's tweet means nothing.
Oh, so he did I call.
He just said, "I call it.
No, sure.
I call no trans dibs." And then
So that didn't
in.
do
They said,
anything.
"We are soldiers."
Yeah, it is fake. It's a whole fake fucking stupid thing that he comes out.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm like, that's kind of hard to prove. Do they check your genitals if they do? Oh, all right.
Day one at West Point, down to your underwear in front of everybody. They issued you skivvies. Dude. They issued you whitey
Yeah, they would
tighties.
know too, because they would have like your file from. Yeah, they'd know.
They get your birth certificate, all that.
Yeah, you switch
But-
it up on them.
That day one underwear at West Point it's a sad day, dude.
What kind of skibs everyone rocking?
Whitey tight. They give you issued whitey tighties. And you're just like, oh, marching in the summer in fucking cotton pants with whitey tighties is gonna be Chafe City. Dude.
Oh, I didn't know they control your undies too.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You can't bring your own boxers?
No.
Hopefully Patton gets in there, dude. He made his own underwear.
Ooh, the Sheath Man?
Yeah.
General Patton?
Yeah, General Patton. General Patton gets in there. That's fucked up. I didn't know they controlled your underwear.
They control your
It's
panties.
kind of hot though that the fucking government's controlling your underwear. I could get into that.
I don't mind that. Everybody on the football team before you get there is like sneak compression shorts in.
Oh,
I got it. I snuck a couple in, but after 2 days, 3 days, I was out. It's time to resort to the whiteys.
Uncle Sam's,
That's for
dude.
real when I quit. That was my ring the bell moment. Put some whitey tighties on. I was like, I'm going home. That's it.
son, are you sure? Like these whitey tighties aren't gonna make it, sir. You don't understand.
Take them off at the end of the day. They're just destroyed, dude. From marching and standing and farting.
It's gonna look like the Moroccan flag, sir.
They are destroyed.
Yo, dude, Did you ever try to wear white underwear recently?
No.
Dude, I tried it in college. I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. My roommate was like, bro, have you worn them for a while? I was like, yeah, it's no big deal.
Insane.
Dude, at the end of the day, I'd check them. I'd inspect them. I'd lay them on the bed and go, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Did not pass inspection.
The Japanese flag is what I would have.
Just a
Just a bloody ass. Yeah, I was watching, speaking of the Japanese, I was watching Letters from Iwo Jima. You ever see that?
Nah.
It was, so Clint Eastwood did Flags of Our Fathers, and then he did Letters from Iwo Jima, and it was about the Japanese at Iwo Jima. And dude, they were fucking retarded.
Why?
They just, they killed themselves constantly.
Really?
They're like, if we're gonna lose, we gotta kill
That's
ourselves.
part of their culture, though. It was
I know, it's a dumb part of their culture.
kamikaze plane.
Kamikaze
thing.
is sick. This is just literally us sitting here and be like, all right, they're probably gonna win. We should just do the honorable thing right now and kill ourselves. And each dude just takes a grenade out and is like, goodbye, everyone.
Oh, shit.
It's like, don't do that. Go take the grenade and throw it at the guys
That's
coming
crazy.
at you.
Yeah.
That's it. They were like, don't be a coward. You gotta fucking kill yourself right now.
Damn.
It's kind of the opposite of how we talk about
That's
suicide.
also a good war tactic, too, though. Just be like, yo, Japan, I don't know if you know this, we're winning. And they're like, fuck.
Yeah, you can't fire us. We quit. They did rage quit. Japan rage quit constantly. They were down 30 in Madden and was just like, fuck this shit, dude. I'm turning off the game.
I heard they're not showing the Little Mermaid out there. That's what Will told me, so I can't believe
Will
it.
so
Yeah, so I don't know if
Will.
I don't know if it's true or not, but he was like, yeah, they're not showing the Little Mermaid out there because she's
In Japan.
black.
Oh, China.
Yeah,
I think it's China.
one of them.
China's exceptionally racist.
Yeah.
But then the Black Spider-Man doing good. So, you know what I mean?
It's like an M. Night Shyamalan twist, though. He takes his mask off at the end, and they're all like, "Whoa!" He's been
Like,
a monster
oh,
to you the
shit.
whole time. You ever see those black NBA players that go over to China and then they get off the bus and there's just
Scream the
Chinese dudes
N-word.
calling the N-word?
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
No,
dude,
they're like
it's
vicious. dude.
Stephon Marbury loved it over there, though. You see the documentary?
No,
He
I heard
was
it's awesome.
Yeah, he was over there like crying because he was like, they treat me like a god over here.
He was a point guard, right?
Yeah, for the Knicks.
Got to be tall man, dude.
True,
He's finally the tall man.
true.
He's probably loving it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're all racist.
Yeah. Just
There's a
they-
fucking
just-
billion of them.
Yeah, just the ones that you just gotta have a.
I just saw a couple videos. The algorithm's getting me. Now the
Yeah,
algorithms.
I've seen those vids. No,
Death
I've seen those
videos.
Those guys going hard.
I'm getting death videos
Well, dude,
constantly.
remember that was one of the initial side effects of COVID? Like early on, they were saying it was turning Chinese people black. I swear to God, there was an initial thing of COVID. They're saying like dudes, they first things were like people in China. There's guys who are like getting COVID. And their skin darkens like 4 tones.
I know
they-
how this happened.
They just pulled out a grenade and killed themselves. Like, fuck this.
That was one lady. She was a groupie for the Shanghai Sharks. She fucked Stephon Marbury. They had a black baby. She was like, COVID. It was COVID. It was COVID.
From COVID.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Beasts.
Yeah. It was on New York Post. Is that a good one?
Yeah, yeah. It's the oldest newspaper.
No.
Is it the oldest newspaper in the country?
It's not very reliable.
It's the oldest newspaper in the country.
Now they're actually Wu-Tang. They have become Wu-Tang. Kev, what's going on? We got to turn this off. I keep
What's
looking
up,
at these
man?
majestic.
True, yeah.
I like it. It's like
It is nice, but it's hard not to. What's up, dude? I'm happy you're here.
Yeah, it's
chilling,
fucking awesome.
dog.
Your energy's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
For real. No bullshit.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Chill
man.
mode.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Kev is one of my favorite people to see at the cellar. I'd like to see you there.
Thank you, man. So it's hard to tell if you're like serious or not.
Why do you think Why do you
like-
think I'm an asshole?
I've never.
I was just with him and Reggie, and I was telling him, I was like, you guys are so fucking good at this.
I just never know when this guy is like serious or full of shit. So I just
Master of the
always,
craft, dude.
I always just look at him and I'm just like, all right,
No,
man.
if you see me, if it's after a set
Uh-huh.
and you see I'm drinking, I'm serious.
Okay. I mean,
Before
you're
a set, I'll just-
you're always drinking after a set.
True.
So
I'm usually nice after that.
yeah.
Yeah, but if it's beef, he'll let you know
True.
Dude, it's
I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. When it's not serious and it's serious, you're like, you do your Nate Diaz shit, and you're like, I'll fucking beat the shit out of you right now. And
That's fun. That's me joking.
It is fun. I know. And then I just like, I know you're not actually gonna fight
Yeah.
me, but at the same time, I want to try to get you in a headlock.
Well, that's good. All right, that's because you say nasty shit. Yo, he got me on he killed me. I came over to the bar. I got done. He was like, good set. I was like, I'm him, dude. And he was like, you're fucking they, dude. I was like, damn. I'm they.
no. Oh my god.
He's like, you're them because you're fat. I was like, dude.
Oh, I thought he was calling you they.
No, I
'cause
know.
you're
They
gender
was the
neutral.
initial one. And then I think them, you're them because you're fat. It's devastating.
That's the one too.
I've thought about it every day since.
That's so fucking
forgot I
funny,
said that
dude.
shit.
Also, coming off stage.
Yeah, I'm him.
I'm him.
Yeah, it's funny. Just because he was trying to be nice. He was like, good set. He was trying to be nice. I couldn't say thank you. I had to ruin it.
No, I mean it's
Dude,
Whoa,
that's
guard
so-
dog, take it easy on that banana,
No,
dude.
dude.
Look how much he took. That was his first bite.
Dude. Get you down to the White House, dude. Guard dog reporting for duty,
That was
sir.
my second bite. Second bite. And it's fuel. It's podcast fuel.
Yeah,
True.
true. It's not gay. It's tough. Yeah, I'm him. Now you're they.
Oh,
And then I said, and then I got you. I said, don't just. I was like, do one set and don't mention being black. And then I went down and watched you, and I could tell. It was
it got
I
to
could
me.
tell-
It
I
got
could tell,
to me.
like, in between-
It got to me. I was like, fuck.
He's like, it's, you're a second ahead while you're talking. Like I could see him before he said it.
I was like,
It was
I was,
killing.
I
It
was
was
like,
killing.
man. And because he went up before me, and now you got the Shane crowds at the cellar now,
True.
which I absolutely love.
Yeah, they're the best.
No, I don't like your
The crowd's
fans.
great.
But I like that. I like that they love you because it's like, okay, now it's a challenge.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like after coming, like once you go up and they're like, oh, Shane, oh, accents. And I'm like, all I got is my regular voice.
Yeah,
And I gotta
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of figure this shit out. And but you came up to me and you was like, yeah, fucking do a set. Don't talk about being black and don't say my name. And I'm shit.
He might be him.
And I'm like going on there, I'm like,
I'm
fuck.
they,
That's
dude.
what him would say. No, that's what
And
him
then
would say.
In my head, I was like, I should have just got up there and started talking shit about
Yeah,
Shane. That's
yeah.
all I should have did.
They would have. My fans would have loved that.
That's
Yeah,
all I
true.
They would have
wanted
been
to
like,
do.
yeah, fuck it. That guys liked me. Yeah, it is funny to see that influx at the cellar.
That's a Shaneler now.
All of a sudden
dude.
there's
That's
like-
a Shaneler.
It's a Shane room, bro.
It's a shame. If I'm on the
It's a
list, there's
shame,
like you
bro.
can just see it. You can see the room. There's like tables of bros getting hammered. They're like,
You could
hurry up! Whoever else is on, get the fuck off the stage. It's brutal.
I can almost see him in the wild now. I can
yeah.
you can see them, dude.
You can identify them.
You can absolutely see
I can
them.
see who's gonna be like,
What's up, dude? Yeah. There's a distinctive look.
Yeah.
It's the
They-
most powerful man walking around. You go,
Yes,
"Oh, shit,
easily the most
Do
powerful
they
man.
start? Is it gotten to the point where they? Well, I don't know because you don't really dress a certain way, but sometimes like fans start dressing like their favorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was
Like-
the shirt.
I think the guys who like us already dress like this.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a decentralized brotherhood.
Yeah. Speaking of, these bird dogs are riding up. People at home are getting a show. Dude. Yeah, it's been very enjoyable to see that.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm podcasting right now. My doctor told me, he's like, bro, under no circumstances.
Why?
From the toxic cloud. The doctor was like, bro, you can't podcast. I said, watch me.
You
dog."
said I have to, dude. The
Doctor,
people
watch
need
me.
it.
He's like, you can't take 2 weeks off. I said, doctor, I can't.
The toxic cloud.
Yeah, the fucking smoke from Canada.
Oh,
That fucking crap from
I
Canada.
hated that. I hated that cloud.
That
was
way.
It made me scared.
The toxic
I was
event?
scared of it.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking hurt my lungs.
I was
Smokers loved
all
it.
day. I was truly scared of it.
This is why I was checking the air quality all the time. I was like, we'll be back in about a couple days.
Yeah.
Crushed me. Came back. It was all thick with smog. I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell the difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I was outside a little bit. I smelt it, but it wasn't like it just smelled like. You know what it reminded me of actually, and I don't even want to say this because fuck.
Go on.
But no, when I like first landed in Nigeria the very first time, fuck you.
Why? Why would I? That's funny.
Fuck you.
Another one.
Nah, because I'm like shitting on my country. But
No,
like,
when you
when,
got to Lagos.
when I first landed there, the sky was like orange, just like that. But they burned their trash.
Dude, I was
Yeah.
talking to a guy from Afghanistan yesterday, my Uber driver, which, dude, that's nothing better than a 30-minute drive with a guy from Afghanistan. But he was saying he went to Pakistan. He was laying out all the places for me. He goes, Pakistan, no good. He's like, too many flies, and it smells.
Nice.
He said they burn the trash. He said they take the
Yeah.
fucking trash out weekly, and everyone just burns their trash.
They do that a lot of places. I'm surprised you talked to your Uber driver.
I talk to dudes nonstop.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
love, especially if I have an Afghani, like a guy from Afghanistan. So I like slowly sussed out where he was from. And I was like, what do you think about American women? I love talking to him about that. Bro, it's the best. They do not want to make a family, I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do not want to make a happy family.
Yeah.
I said, man, is
Every one of those guys is a conservative.
I'm like,
dude.
why
It's
do
nice.
you, I know. I'm like, why do you think that is though? And dude, they just go off. It's so
Yeah.
fun. It's a good time having those guys just fully go off. My wife is housewife.
My wife, my attitude.
The divorce rate in Afghanistan, guess what it is?
What?
Less than 1%.
Yeah,
You
because
need a reason, dude. You can't just all willy nilly.
yeah, but that's I don't know what the Afghanistan law is, but I assume that they would like
Do something bad to you.
Yeah, if you tried to leave,
Yeah.
it's like all right, well,
Yeah.
Good luck.
This is
take
true.
this meat.
Everyone's gonna beat the hell out of you.
Yeah, true. You can take, you can also take multiple wives. He was breaking down the multiple wives thing, how it works. You got to get separate quarters. You got to get them their own spot. He's like, you are allowed to do it, but he's like, it's more of a process.
You ever see a video of Fela Kuti?
Who's
Where,
that?
like, he's this Nigerian artist.
Oh,
very
yeah,
popular. yeah.
For
But
sure.
he's had like multiple
Heard of him.
wives.
I have heard of that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you heard of him?
No.
Oh, it's really dope. Kind of pioneered the whole Afro beats thing that's going on now. But he has a video where he's just like sitting around, he's smoking, talking about like music and shit, and there's like 7 or 8 girls just around him. I'm just like,
Damn.
yo, this is a life.
So he does a hoe podcast?
Huh?
He has a podcast with him and like, is it his wife?
Nah,
I don't know.
I think that this is from like the 60s or some shit like that,
Oh.
or 70s. It's an old video.
Didn't they
yeah.
crack down on that guy? Didn't he get like in trouble or something?
No.
Let me think of someone else.
He got a shrine in Nigeria.
Let me see if I'm thinking of the same guy because I read about
Nigeria
this.
rules, dude.
It does,
I
man.
like JJ Okocha.
I don't
know
even
about
know-
him.
I don't even
God
know who that
damn, he's
is.
one of your greatest athletes of all time. You should know
Really?
him, dude.
Is it what sport?
He was a soccer player.
Oh, I don't watch soccer. That's what it is. Well, we got Stylebender.
You guys, yeah, you're killing the UFC.
Yeah, man.
Those Nigerians are coming over and rocking. Although they were already, like, what's his name? Kamaru Usman. Where was he born?
He's from Nigeria.
Oh, he's actually from Nigeria.
No. There was like, there's no.
There's that white the
Yeah,
South African dude.
yeah.
He's fighting in July. He's been talking shit. There's a white South African that's like, I'm fucking African.
Oh, really?
All these guys aren't from here,
Oh.
dude. And everyone's kind of
Oh,
like,
yeah. That's fun.
technically.
That's
I
always
think
fun.
Kamara's from Missouri. I know he went to
Kamara was
Missouri.
from
A
Missouri.
little
I know he went to
apartheid
college
fight
there.
going on.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's
I'm going to
fun.
see him fight. I'm going to the fight July 8th. I'm see Volk.
Volk would be nice.
Volk and no, it's yeah.
Have you been
And
to a
Bo
Nigerian
Nickel.
wedding?
Several.
They're pretty sick.
The only
They
one I've
are.
seen is that clip online of them listening to System of a Down. You ever see that? Shit
Oh,
rules, dude.
shit. I think I have seen that.
It's so nice.
I've been to several. It's fun because I've also been to
Some because I got cousins that's like married white girls, and
Sick.
it's fun just watching that juxtaposition of like a
Yeah.
white like they'll dress up in the
drip.
gowns, and the drip too, and then they'll just be watching like, oh my god, these people.
Well, does
are-
the guy still have to lay down and like prostrate himself before the white father-in-law? Because you know they do that. You know, it's part of the thing.
Oh,
You
no,
lay down
I
in front of the lady's father, and you just beg him, like, "Please, dude,
I love your fucking
please."
daughter's pussy.
This is a fucking white
I
dude.
want to fuck your
dressed-
daughter so fucking bad, dude. Please.
Yeah, I think they skipped that part.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. I'm sure at the request of the father-in-law, he's like, you know what? We're going to go a little more American traditional. My sister got married to an Egyptian and had to wear a cape and a crown.
Oh, really?
We all sat there laughing at her. We're like,
They didn't make y'all dress up though.
no. I literally...
You should have worn a bird head.
I laughed start to finish that entire ceremony because they would do shit and then the women would be like, blah, 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 blah. They would
Yeah.
do that the whole
Yeah.
time. And I was just like,
Yeah,
damn.
it's called culture, Shane.
I know this is my culture. We laugh at shit. We think things are funny, which is a nice culture.
Yeah, we just kind of sit there for like that's a nice 20 minutes. We sit
Yeah.
and talk to each other, ignore what's going on. Then we're like,
But,
all right, let's go get drunk.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up and get fucked
Let's
up.
go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
man. They drink too though.
Oh yeah.
They fucking. I can't even drink the shit that like my parents.
Yeah, what do they drink?
So at the last wedding I was at, it was just a bottle of Remy like on every table, and I'm like, yo, this shit is strong.
I feel like
do it.
rum would be big there.
Rum?
Yeah,
And
I think it's part of that triangle there.
Yeah.
I bet traditionally they got a lot of rum.
True.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
No, that was a gift. Yeah. That was a big part of
Yeah.
bringing up pretty nasty stuff. But yeah.
They part of what?
The slave trade. Rum was
North
integral.
Atlantic slave trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was the sugar plantations, and they would take the rum
Yeah.
from the sugar cane, and then it was like gifts. They would give it to the African dudes and be like, yo, here's some rum. They're like, all right, we got you, bro.
Trade.
Who are these guys on the wall?
That's
Well,
that's Custer.
great liberators. Great liberators.
Ulysses S. Grant. Sherman and John Brown, dude. You got come on, man.
Man,
John Brown's the man.
John Brown's the
white guy that- yeah,
freed
yeah,
the
yeah.
slave. Okay, for sure. All right.
These are all union guys. Don't worry.
All right. Yeah. All right. No, because I came in. I was expecting.
That's Benjamin
That's
Buford.
Robert
That's
E. Lee.
Buford Forrest, the founder of the KKK. That's Adolf Hitler.
I came in. I'm expecting pictures of you doing shit with Bert and all kind of like. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that.
Like,
That's right there. There's me and Kid Rock.
That shit in a corner. This nigga got. Yeah.
Civil War generals.
I got a sick. I told you I have a sick picture for you. I'm waiting.
All right.
I'm waiting. I don't want to burn you with more stuff.
I have a lot of stuff.
But dude, it's a very. I don't know. I'm
All right, cool.
curious how you're gonna like it. It's very, it's very primal. It's a great work of art.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a very primal work of art.
Nice.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
What are you doing, Lemaire? Moving with some.
I got your gift. I forgot it was in my bag.
You have a gift for me?
Well, you got it in Cincy. You left it there.
Oh, okay.
You're returning a gift.
What is it, Lemaire?
Oh, nice. A picture that guy drew. Yeah, that was cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I got to support that guy. The hat.
What hat?
That Cincy hat I was wearing. Hold on. You guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, support.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you good.
So you're on. You saying you're on Maca route now?
Yeah, I'm putting it in the smoothies. I'm trying to do the cold shower thing as much as I can too, but it's easier to do after a workout. Like it's really easy
For sure.
after a workout. But it's hard to be consistent with some of that shit.
You're playing with the ingredients of a serious boner recipe. Cold showers, maca root.
Is that what that is?
That puts lead in the
Cold
pencil.
showers gives you bonus.
Really?
Oh yeah, that'll put lead in the pencil.
Oh, you
Maca
get
root-
out and start
maca
to-
root
yeah.
for sure, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maca roots. Yeah, it increases.
Have
your
you been
testosterone.
noticing a more
haven't.
prominent erection?
I haven't. I mean, yes, but I haven't had sex since I started doing it. It's been like a week.
Oh, okay.
So
Dude, it's
I don't know. We'll see.
maca root adds up.
Okay, we'll
Maca root's
see.
pretty intense. I think yohimbe is another one. Every culture has their own natural aphrodisiacs. I've noticed. If you travel anywhere,
Yeah.
they're all like, if you go like anywhere in Mexico, they're like, drink this fucking
Yeah,
blood
yeah.
till you get
Jamaica was hitting me with that.
Yeah.
Red Bull and red wine. He was doing that at the bar. He
Yeah,
was
they're
like,
all.
fuck all night with that.
It's pretty tight to go to another country and a dude finds you. He's like, "Do you want to get fucking hard as hell?" And you're like,
they have no problem talking about it.
No.
They talk about it just every single time. They're like, this is gonna get your dick so hard. You're like, all right, man.
I mean,
she won't
if you don't
be
have-
able to breathe. Like, what?
if you don't have NFL, soccer season's over. The guys just stop and like, "Yo, how hard's your dick?" And you're like, "It's pretty fucking hard, dude." I found some other stuff.
Yeah.
It's not sports. It's just dudes talking boners.
Imagine going to like if you're a foreigner going to a dive bar here. Someone being like, "You want your dick hard, partner?"
Okay. Reggie put me on the honey. I didn't know what that shit was at all.
What honey?
What's the honey?
It's like horny honey.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about like gas
Yeah.
station boner pills, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a packet you suck.
Yeah, but I
Gets you
never
hard.
got it from the gas station. I think he went and got it from like the actual sex store, and then
TSA baby's a freak, dude.
Bro,
yeah,
dude,
yeah, I mean,
I told you my
tried it
YouTube
once,
hole I
it was
went
pretty
into.
good.
There's a YouTube hole of black dudes like reviewing gas station boner pills.
Seriously?
It's so fucking funny.
I can't do
Fuck.
it, man.
I mean, that's what that stuff isn't that? I mean, a sex shop is and gas stations are pretty.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Yeah, but a gas station, I don't know. To me,
Gas
that's
station boner pill
it
seems
just
like-
it feels like
True.
Heart
my
attack.
my body gonna fall out. Like I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. They're highly reviewed. I've seen guys reviewing them up, just being like, "Bro, I fucking." It's always fucking dunked on her, dude. It's so. The analogies are awesome.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just talking about just dogging a chick.
Yeah.
It's like, take this. You're gonna punish the woman you're with.
Yeah.
You want it to hurt her? Go to the gas station.
Some of the ads are literally stick figures where
She
it's
gonna
like,
be crying. Yeah, she's gonna hate this.
dude, there was one I think where a lady's like crotch is on fire as the advertisement. It's like take one of these and it shows like before it's just like the lady like laying there and after her like vagina's on fire and she's like rolling around screaming in pain. The guy's just going fucking right, dude.
Have you ever taken one?
No, no, no.
Okay. How
I've
about
never.
you?
Wait, have I ever taken it before?
A gas station. Yeah.
I took a blue chew before, not that stuff. No.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Blue chews work.
I don't know. I never do.
No, the
Man,
the
it's-
doctor told me I couldn't take him. He
Really?
said my dick's too small. I'll get a prolapse anus if I take it. My ass will just pop out. My asshole just pops
Got a
out.
lot of doctor's advice.
I never go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I just make it up.
There's a guy reading a chart telling you that.
Your asshole will pop out.
You're going to
your
want to sit down for this. This type of news is never easy. You're not allowed to have gas station boner pills. You ever have your ass pop out from too hard of a boner?
Is that a thing?
Something that afflicts the white community. That's why we're so ornery.
That's why we don't dance at weddings.
It could happen at any moment, dude. If you grind at all, your butt could fall out.
Your asshole.
And it's quick too. You'd think it would take like slow. It's just punches out of your back of your slacks. All right.
Sorry.
No, that's great.
I was thinking
This is
about
what oh, okay, my bad.
the died suddenly version of that fucking documentary of white guys' assholes.
That's crazy.
It's a good doc.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be a nice one.
That'd be a nice one.
Guy's ass is popping out.
Like a
My father passed away. His fucking ass popped out. My dad's ass. Guys,
He was shuffling a Sweet Caroline in his asshole. You know you make me wanna.
that gets the dads going. Now wait a minute. That gets the dad. That gets me going every time.
Yeah, that works.
I hear that at a wedding. I'm like, I'm
Let me
having
get
the time of my life.
Let me get up there and show him
I'm
what
gonna
I
hit him with the bacon. I'm gonna sizzle on the floor. That's a white man classic. You didn't know about that move. The bacon, dude. You know about the bacon?
Do it again.
You just lay on the ground and go.
Wait.
Classic white man dance, dude.
I know the shuffle like the.
We got to shuffle.
Yeah.
Lay down, do the bacon.
I've never seen a white guy lay on the floor and start dancing.
I'll show you.
Like I've actually never seen that in my life.
Next time you and me go to a cool party.
I've seen like an awkward.
I'll do the bacon. Next cool party we go to.
I've seen an awkward two-step. That's like the go-to.
Yeah.
That's
The worm. We got our
quintessence-
hands on the worm and went nuts with
Yeah,
that.
we got the worm.
Ruined the worm.
I remember the worm, but that was. I remember black people doing that first.
Really?
Yeah.
I know.
I remember black people doing that shit like on like Stomp the Yard type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like the worm, and then it got corny really fast.
Well,
Remember what white people did to the Dougie?
yeah. The Dougie's kind of tough to do. I don't think we
whites
ever got our
took
hands on the Dougie.
No,
Dougie's tough.
That was a
What?
white person pride.
Really?
Would have pride if you could do the Dougie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard. That's a tough one.
To be fair about the worm, the first person I remember seeing doing it was Scotty Too Hottie in the 2000s.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
White. Thank you,
You're
Scotty
right.
Too Hottie.
You're right. I remember that.
I think the
Yeah.
worm came from Russia. I think that was a Russian invention.
Absolutely.
You look up the originator of the worm.
I'm sure it was like a breakdancer.
Yeah.
That's what I was. It was Eddie Gordo from Tekken.
Who's Scotty Too Hottie?
You don't remember Scotty Too Hottie and Rikishi and who was the other guy?
It sounds familiar.
Grandmaster Sexay.
Yeah.
No,
Val
I know the
Venus.
name Scotty Too Hottie. I can't put a face to the guy.
Yeah, it says it was popularized by Scotty Too Hottie.
Whoa.
Well, that don't mean
Popularized,
he's
what?
popularized. Don't mean
The worm was performed at shows in the 1970s and was widely popularized during the 1980s funk period and continues to be associated with breakdancing.
You know what's funny? I was looking up suicide statistics, and suicide dipped big time in the 80s and the early 90s. Now it's back on the rise. The worm might have taken the suicide rates down, dude.
There's no way you can kill yourself after watching someone do the worm.
No way. Like, oh my God, I thought he was going to fucking fall. He gently lowered himself to the ground. Pop back up again.
Killing someone at a breakdancing, killing yourself at a breakdance is nice, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Come out like it.
You're just spinning on your butt.
No. Hey, whoa! Where did that come from? Is this part of the act?
Right at the final beat when he's supposed to. God, that'd be terrible.
If I do ever,
shit.
yeah, that could be one way. Sign up for a fucking rap battle would be nice. What did you say about me?
Oh, God, that'd be crazy. Yeah, like the first beginning, like,
Fuck it, I can't think of anything.
it's really hard. You cheated. Yeah, that makes me. There's nothing that makes me more nervous.
A rap battle?
Trying to think about rap battling makes me. It's like that's the most intense.
So terrifying.
That's the most intense environment possible for performance.
I would love to go to one, but then at the same time, I don't because of the way that the fucking room is. First of all, it's about maybe you get probably like 25 minutes of rap and then an hour and a half of niggas yelling at each other over some other shit, like arguments.
Yeah.
I watch them a lot. I like them though.
Yeah, I watched
Yeah,
them. I watched them just when Roan was doing them. I used to watch them, and they promote the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
There's 15 different promoters.
Yeah. It's like, when are you gonna get to the battle?
Yeah.
Like,
You ever see that one of those two white chicks?
No.
Oh, it's one of my favorite videos ever.
They're
It's just
bad.
the
Really?
two worst It's like the worst rap battle of all time.
Oh, that's got to be good to watch.
Yeah,
It just suck.
We'll watch it.
Yeah, that'll be
I want to
nice.
show you. It makes me
Dude,
happy.
It's some brutal shit on there. It's this guy, Tay Rock, and he's like rapping because sometimes they'll do men versus women, and he just says the worst
Bitch.
shit. Oh my! But he just doesn't stop, bro. He's like, "You big neck bitch, you refrigerator built bitch, you," and he does it for like
It doesn't even rhyme
It
anything.
doesn't even rhyme. It doesn't even rhyme. I'm
You
like,
disgusting.
bro,
You fucking gross to look at.
like, bro, this is just it's brutal.
You're actually really dumb.
You bad built bitch. You big on the top, low on the bottom built bitch. I'm like, nigga, what is the point of this, bro? Like, what the fuck?
That's his art. That's his art. He's in a pure flow state.
You kind of cute, ugly bitch.
Yeah. I like you. Come here. Kiss me. Fuck that. Never mind.
This shit is so mean. I'm like, bro, all right, dog.
I didn't know they did women versus men. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
God
And
damn
it's I mean, I've seen one where the girl was like actually really good because she wasn't going at it from the sex angle.
Yeah.
She was just going at it from like, you a fucking loser or whatever. And the dude was on some shit like, you get a period and blah, 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 blah. And it was just like, nigga, you get out of here.
Saw one of a white dude. There's a clip going around. He gets punched immediately, but he's like, "You say I won't use the
Oh,
N-word."
yeah, I seen that one. I seen that. Battle was over.
So good, dude. I think he won.
Did he win?
That's a win, dude.
Yeah.
You get the other guy to punch you.
DQ, yeah.
But this setup, everyone's like, "No way." He goes, "You say I won't use the N-word."
He did. Nigga.
It popped right in the face.
It was it.
That's suicide by freestyle, though, dude. That's suicide, by freestyle.
That's a smart thing to do if you don't have any other like words.
Yeah.
Like you're like,
Shit,
"All
I'm
right,
out.
Shit, I'm
I'm
out.
gonna
of
make
shit."
a punch. I'm gonna get knocked out. Fuck it.
Pull the plug on this. That's a wild strategy. Damn. We just got
Yeah.
some good videos.
That's
now.
tough. Yeah, I'm excited to.
Yeah.
Here, can we pause for a second?
Yeah, we have to see
I wanna
these
show you
vids.
this.
We have to see these vids.
This lady,
The two girls.
the two girls. Hey, I forgot to mention this on the last episode when I was wearing this cool Cincinnati hat. My buddy Teddy Karras, plays for the Bengals, but he gave me this hat. If you like the hat, go to thecincyhat.com. All proceeds go to the Village of Mercy Marici, offering an independent lifestyle to adults with Down syndrome and autism. Pretty sick, dude. You can get a cool Cincy hat. Lemaire, you got a cool Indy hat? Pretty sick. Also, those are the bros, dude. That's the Cincinnati Bungles offensive line. Gave us cool hats. Thank you, Bungles.
That is
All
nice. Get your nicotine fix without having to step away from the party with Lucy. Whether you're a gum man or enjoy a badass nicotine pouch, Lucy has the best nicotine products in the game. There's no one way to get your fix. That's why Lucy lets you choose your strength and flavor. Want to shake up your nicotine routine? Lucy pouches come in apple ice, mango, or even espresso.
Mango.
Mango.
I'd get the mangies. Give me the
Yeah, dude,
mangies.
that's the flav. Love
I love
pouches.
when the flavor capsule bursts in my fucking mouth and I go, whoa, that's a lot of mango. And nicotine, come on.
Love pouches but want your kick faster? Give Lucy Breaker pouches a
Yep.
try. There you go.
Those are the ones I like.
These suckers contain a liquid capsule to moisten the pouch and get you your nicotine faster. Or your nicotine fix faster. Visit lucy.co and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Shipping is always free. That's lucy.co. Promo code DRENCHED to receive 20% off and always free shipping. Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is, in fact, an addictive chemical.
Thank you. All right. Guys, the 4th of July is almost here. That means barbecues, pool parties, and glizzies. Today's sponsor, Manscaped, is making sure all of the glizzy gladiators are groomed for battle on America's birthday. Celebrate Sweet Lady Liberty with 20% off and free shipping with our code DRENCHED at manscaped.com. This Independence Day, fire up the lawnmower. The Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. Break out the weed whacker to tackle those ear and nose hairs. With Manscaped's brand of new Beard Hedger Pro Kit, brand new, whatever, you'll be showing up to the pool looking like the American dream. Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, Crop Reviver Toner, Performance Boxer Briefs. Manscaped has it all. Shave your pubes for the fucking 4th of July party. So when your uncle takes you in the back and he says, "Come here, I missed you. I want to see your hot dog."
Yeah, you're wearing your Target bikini, dude.
When you take off, when you slide your you know how embarrassed you can be when your uncle takes you aside and says, "I wanted a hot dog. You gave me a hamburger," and he reaches and he grabs and he gets his hand stuck in your bushel.
Yeah, a bunch of pubes. You're going, ew, what the hell's wrong with you,
what the
kid?
fuck's wrong with you? Take your Liberty balls to the next
I feel like
level.
I'm looking at my wife's bush. What the hell?
I don't touch kids because I want to have, if I wanted to pubes, I would talk to my wife. Take your Liberty balls to the next level by going to manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping with code DRENCH. This summer, let freedom ring with Manscaped. What the fuck?
Let's get serious here, dude.
I'm serious.
Deep sleep is responsible for most of your body's daily rejuvenation and repair. Not getting enough deep sleep can make you struggle with cravings, slow metabolism, premature aging, or worse. GABA, which encourages relaxation on a cellular level, is critical for sleep. The best way to increase GABA and get better sleep is with Magnesium Breakthrough. I'll be honest, I've been taking Magnesium Breakthrough before they were a sponsor. Dude, I like it. It does help you. For me, it helps me sleep.
The thing I like about it is vegan, gluten-free, soy-free.
Kosher probably too.
Maybe kosher, but...
Yeah, there's like all different types of magnesium, and they have like 7
Do they
different
sleep?
kinds. The what?
I doubt they're going to like that. Anyway, we're just joking.
But yeah, Magnesium Breakthrough is nice. Some people take magnesium once, and they take, I believe, magnesium citrate, which just helps you. It makes you shit. It's like a laxative. But the real stuff crosses the blood-brain barrier. They have it in there. It's pretty sick. Magnesium Breakthrough is the best supplement out there. It provides you with 7 forms of magnesium designed to help you calm your mind and help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. Folks with magnesium deficiency usually have higher anxiety and stress levels, which negatively impacts sleep. Over 80% of the population is magnesium deficient, so that probably includes you. Visit magbreakthrough.com/MSSecretPod and use code DRENCHED for 10% off your first purchase. There are always amazing gifts with purchase. That's also why I love shopping with Buy Optimizers. Go now to magbreakthrough.com/MSSecretPod and use code DRENCHED to get 10% off your Magnesium Breakthrough and this month's gift.
I can't wait to try it. I'm excited to try it and report back to you. You've
It's
been
nice.
a big magnesium
I like
guy.
it, dude. Take it before
Yeah.
sleep, and you can really like it. You can take a lot of it too. Like you can double it.
I got it, and there was no. They just sent a package of it, and there were no notes in it. I was
Yeah,
like, I
take
don't know
it-
what the fuck this is. I'm gonna wait till Matthew gets here.
Take it before you go to bed tonight and just see. Take 2 capsules, hit the sack.
Okay.
I like it.
What if I have scary nightmares?
No. We'll see.
I better
I had
not,
a
dude.
dream.
If I have a nightmare, I'm
I had
coming
a
and getting you.
magnesium dream about Chet Hanks had stolen the cast and was bringing it to Jamaica in patois. And I'm watching him. That motherfucker stole our pot. But then he was delivering it. It was so fucking
good.
funny. And he was accusing us of. We left daggers in like the room of a Jamaican influencer. He's like, Jamaicans are scared of daggers, dude. Dude, yeah, that was. I woke up and it was like Chet Hanks was translating the podcast into patois, and I was like,
Big
damn,
ups.
it was so nice.
Magnesium, big ups.
It is nice. I like
Wagwan.
mag. Get on the mag, bro.
Hasta luego.
Bye. Back on. That
We
was.
got some good battles. What was that guy's name?
Say rock.
Tay-Rock just made fun of a lady for being fat, screaming it in her face, dude.
For
It's
real?
like a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
Those white Canadians are.
That was unlike
Okay,
anything
what was
else.
her name? I forget. Serenade.
Serenade. And what was the other one? I don't know
whatever
other-
the girl's initials were.
Yeah, it was just like TSK or something.
Yeah, she was a beast.
She's kind of nice compared to Serenade.
Serenade.
It felt like she was just like a teacher talking. Like it didn't even sound like rap or anything.
I think she thought rap was just saying something a black person would say. She's like, I'm not trying to be a hater. Hey, duh. Yeah, she was that far off.
Yeah, that was like a hot, crazy lady confronting reality. That's all it was.
That was tough.
If you're
It
a
was
hot,
hard to
crazy
watch.
lady, people are like, yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah,
You can
are.
definitely get in there. You're a battle rapper.
Yeah, get in there.
You seem like a battle rapper. Man,
Upside down snowman built body bitch.
I'm gonna stop. Psych. Just went back in. Roseanne body bitch. Dude. Upside down banjo body bitch.
Oil funnel
Melted
body.
candle body. Oil filter was the most.
Yeah.
That was like really comedic.
Yeah. Oh no, them dudes be funny,
Yeah.
bro.
Jesus
Them dudes be
Christ.
funny.
That crushed that lady, man. That was.
She was like
it's not-
smiling.
You
That
don't
was
come
her.
back from that.
Yeah, it's not okay.
You don't come back
That's
from
not
that.
okay, bro.
Yeah, that's permanent damage.
Yeah, a lot of times in battle rap, sometimes they'll say like because it's weird because some of them dudes is actually like we cool
Yeah.
with each other, like wrestling, but then they get in that ring and it starts getting real personal, and sometimes they'll say shit like somebody said something about like your wife got shot for you and you still wouldn't marry her, and the whole crowd was like, whoa, and it was like, yo, this nigga took it too far. Like, but that's what the people want to see.
And then one white kamikaze comes in
Yeah.
and goes, "Watch this." You guys thought that was bad?
That's a
Charges
nightmare. Your wife getting shot for you is a fucking nightmare.
You'll never hear the end of that.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be fucking. I might take the gun. Fucking.
You got to finish her.
We gotta put her down, dude.
Finish her.
We gotta put her down.
Oh, Christ. I'm going to be taking the trash out for 60 years after this.
I
No
got
days off.
shot for you. It's like, well, to be fair, it was not a good marksman, and could have hit either of us. Hit you. I don't know what you're doing there in the first place. I told you to say. Yeah, no. You'll never hear the end of that. I got fucking shot for you. That's also a testament. A lot of women will say, like, I'd die for you. It's like, well,
Would you?
yeah. Probably. I think they would, honestly. I don't think women value their lives that much. I really don't think they value their own lives at all.
Why you say that?
I don't know. I just think they're just like, whatever. Like, did you ever play Cards Against Humanity with women? They do a lot of suicide jokes and shit.
I think we hang around different women.
True. I'm surprised, actually.
Yeah, I think you'd be shocked on this one. I got a feeling you guys hang out with the exact same women.
I remember I was shocked. I played Cards Against Humanity. I mean, I'm literally just making stuff up, but
Yeah.
I remember playing Cards Against Humanity. It was nothing but like the most vicious suicide jokes, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And it would just be a different girl, like, ha ha.
Man, I just heard somebody describe a comedian's comedy as just Cards Against Humanity for
Oh,
it's just fake shocking for morons. I was like, damn, that's a hurtful diss.
yeah, that's pretty brutal.
I said, I'm not trying to be a hater. But behind every hater, there's an ounce of truth. A guy on Facebook said, I sucked at rapping, but I was kind of cute. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, fucking bars, dude.
I can't believe you remembered that shit.
Yeah, I actually delivered it better.
Yeah, that was kind of
I
nice.
really did.
Because when
You
she
can't
was
even
saying,
try to be as bad as her.
You might put Philly back on the map
Philly's
right
back,
now, dude.
yeah, man.
Cassidy and me. Me, Freeway, Cassidy.
Didn't
Rome.
Cassidy lose all of his stuff because he like botched a murder against a guy, and then
I don't know.
What do you
Cassidy fell from grace? Wasn't there a thing? He was
He
like the
went
man,
to-
and
I
then
think
he
he got in
like
trouble
He
for
went to
something.
jail.
Yeah.
I want to say it was larceny, but I don't think it was that.
well, he came out of jail and bragged about killing the guy or something. And
Well,
his family was like, "You jerk!" And he was like, "Yeah."
When he came out of jail, he was on some real gospel rap at first.
That's
and
always
then,
nice.
And then he
And you realize
stopped
that
doing
doesn't pay the bills.
he stopped doing that, and he started battle rapping, and his battle raps are not that great.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, there's this guy from Philly though named Easy the Block Captain. Fire.
He's nice.
Fire.
There was a dude from Philly who he was on the run for a while, got killed. There's a dude who was on the run for murder, and he just got murdered. Now he's like famous. They're like, oh, he was the best.
Rapper?
Yeah, he was like releasing music on the run. I forget his
Oh
fucking
shit!
name.
Wait, there was a guy. It was you know who TK is? This is old though. He was on the run. He has a song. It's called "On the Run" or "The Race." It's called "The Race," and he was like running across the country for a murder charge, and they call him like I don't know somewhere on the East Coast. Had to take him back to Dallas. He's like 15 years old though.
Oh,
like at the
Oh, I
time
did hear
it
about that.
happened.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I go in those late night YouTube holes of like murdered rappers, and I watch all their videos. I'm like, they would have been great.
They could be so good.
Great.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that King Von documentary. I don't know.
Oh, the murder. Yeah, the mass murderer, King
yeah.
Von. I started that and fell
No,
asleep.
what's that?
It's called. So the theory is, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's like rap's first serial killer, and they just kind of, it's like a 3-hour fucking YouTube documentary, and they just talk about like he killed 10 people apparently, but the thing I don't like about it is like it's this British guy that's reporting it. And it just feels weird.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
King Von tweeted. I don't got a British accent.
Who?
but-
It's not. What's his name? Is it? It's not Louis Theroux, is it?
No, it's just like a guy on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this guy's a real sicko, man. He's killed. He must be the first
He's a
mass murderer,
sicko.
the first serial killer of rap. Chicago's drill rap scene is brutal.
Yes, exactly.
I did watch some
What
drill
the
rap.
fuck it is. It is
I watched.
annoying.
Hardened streets of Chicago. So, the gangsters' disciples, among others.
True thugs, vicious gangsters, firearms, narcotics,
so fucking annoying.
all
bro.
in one set of projects.
I hate him.
I think it's like I just passed out. I was like, this will be cool, and I was like,
Brass knuckles,
the most brutal projects.
clubs.
I fucking hate it, man.
How far did you get into the doc?
Man, I was probably like 20 minutes in. The
Yeah.
thing that was like really throwing me was the tweets. Like, because I was like, God, these kids.
Oh, when he
are-
was like, "Yeah, I need blood." He was tweeting like, "I
he
need
was tweeting
blood."
crazy shit. And again, I don't know if any of it's true, but apparently after like they said he killed somebody, he would tweet like who died and then like laughing emojis after that. I'm like, geez, these kids are,
Yeah.
don't stop.
Is this before or after Chief Keef?
What do you mean?
Didn't you say it was Chicago? Is this like G Block? Bang bang. O Block, is that what it is?
It's
O Block.
O block. Yeah, they're around the same time. Chief.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't from there.
I was watching the Chief Keef ones.
Uh-huh.
Or
Yeah.
no, there was just who was the dude who was the white guy that did the all gas no brakes? He did one.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
did No Block one that was pretty good.
yeah.
And then so did a guy before him that said he was stealing it from him. But it was very uncomfortable to watch a white dude go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it, like Vice?
Almost like Vice, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it was the white dude that was challenging people to basketball, I think.
Oh, that fucking
I
guy.
could be wrong on that. No, that's a different one.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's a white guy that would go down to that.
That was
He'd be like,
uncomfortable.
I'm here in the hood. He was just
Oh,
good at basketball.
He was good.
There's a white dude that was decent at basketball.
Oh,
That would go down
really?
to the hood and be like,
He's-
I'm about to school some of these guys
He
from
was
the hood.
just
He would
playing
like,
dudes and,
fuck
like-
dudes up.
He's
Oh,
playing,
really?
like, there's like
Any
guys in
black
jean
dude.
shorts.
Yeah. He would just be like, I schooled the best ballers in the hood. It was just a guy that was, he just found a guy.
That's cool.
Beetlejuice.
But yeah, for real. He's like, hey, what are you doing?
That's
me? Nothing. Just hanging out.
Dude, I saw a Vice documentary about just an abandoned building, and like it was the stupidest. They were talking about St. Louis, and they were like, "It's the most abandoned city. This is so fucked up." And they were just in an abandoned building. Like, can you believe this?
Yeah.
So there's a fucking abandoned building. It was an abandoned school, and they were like, "Wow, I used to go to this school." It's like fucking
Vice
cool.
used to bother me.
Yeah,
I would watch it. They would just present you the worst problems of all time. And that was
do
it.
Nothing.
That was it.
Yeah,
And do nothing.
And you'd go sit there and be like, I didn't know they were
Okay.
fucking drilling oil in the Congo or some shit.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
Like
walking through
warlords are
muck.
controlling like oil derricks. So,
Yeah.
well,
I think Vice just gives people. I think I've heard they could give you like a little programming, like a Bible, basically for like this is how you shoot a documentary, and they're just like, yeah, go for it. Could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I think
Like,
they started.
if you work for them.
Yeah, I think they have like a pretty bare bones thing where, like, again, I heard this from someone who was like, yeah, eventually they just like, if you work for them, they just give you a little book like, this is how you shoot documentaries. Here's your gear.
They
Go
started
for it.
that fucking. We've talked about it before. The one in Liberia is fucking great. The cannibals, General Butt Naked.
Oh God, yeah,
Back when Vice started, and it was Shane Smith.
yeah.
They were fucking good.
And say his name,
Gavin?
dude. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Gavin. No, I mean, Gavin.
Say his name,
Yeah.
dude.
Gavin kind of rules, but shout out Gavin, no big deal. I forgive you for founding the Proud Boys, dude. That was a joke.
Didn't they start it, the two of them?
Yeah,
It was Gavin McGinnis and Shane
I
Smith.
could be wrong. I think Gavin was one of the founders. But yeah, the Liberia ones,
Yeah,
wild, dude.
yeah, it was fucking
They
nuts.
used to do that, and then it became just like vote for Hillary. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
what? I thought you guys were cool.
They
You guys
were.
showing me Liberia.
They had the magazine too. The magazine was a big deal. It was like a cool.
It got bought
magazine.
by somebody. It got bought by
Rupert Murdoch.
like fucking Disney
Did it
or
really?
AB. Who did Vice get bought by? Not Disney, but
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
it was bought by Disney.
September 2018.
Yeah, that's about
Yeah,
when
that
it
makes
shit the
sense.
bed.
They were probably like, "Yeah, you
I
get
tried
out of the
working.
Congo here, boys. Let's."
You'd be a good Vice reporter.
No, I wasn't trying to be a reporter. I
You'd
was
be
just trying
funny.
to- I was trying to just like hold the camera or something. But
It was the Murdochs.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah.
Soros.
Yeah, they're like, that's enough of you
James
guys covering
Murdoch.
the West Congo. There you
Yep.
go. There's an
That'd
abandoned
be-
building in
Why don't
fucking
we
St.
focus
Louis.
on white nationalists? Why don't we pretend that that's a bigger problem than it is?
Dude, the guy was skateboarding inside the school. He's like, I brought my skateboard. I'm going to try to skate in here. And he just fucking fell. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I saw the best. I was watching a movie. I think my new favorite movie. I'm yet to watch it. I only watched the trailer.
Ooh.
It's called
That's also sick to watch a movie like the trailer. Like,
my new favorite movie by far. It's called American Insurrection, and it's just liberal porn, dude. It's about if the insurrection happened, white nationalists take over America, and it's like it's just Trump supporters that are now fascists that are like they have checkpoints and shit. And it's a gay couple, an Arab woman, and a non-binary woman. What? She's wearing like a mad feminist T-shirt, and they go on like a killing rampage, like execute the preview. They're like executing Trump supporters.
What?
It's
Really?
like nice, dude.
that's what they remember. They tried to do the if the Confederacy won, they
Yeah,
tried
yeah.
to make that a show.
Think about it every day, brother.
There was the Nazis. There was the one of the Nazis.
yeah,
one.
the Nazis one, which they blew. That could have been awesome. The Man in the High Castle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was it, man. The High Castle.
that could have been awesome.
I didn't know they had
I'm
the
not-
Confederacy one. They didn't have. They had one about the Confederacy.
Yeah, I think it was with HBO or something, and then they got so much backlash before it even came out that they scrapped it. But
Yeah.
to be honest,
No. Go on.
I'd have watched it.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what they thought would have
They
happened.
did one where it was like, what if America sided with the Nazis? And it was just Jewish people. Not, never mind.
Go on.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop.
Wait, that was
Yeah,
a,
there was a show. Fuck, I forget what it was called. But yeah,
What if America sided
it was
with
just
the
like
Nazis?
America is Nazis. They are.
Yeah.
That was like the point of the show. It was like, all right, enough of this.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
No, we're not. In fact, we killed them.
Yeah,
So
we opposed them. We're the opposing force against the Nazis.
you said the right thing.
think about D-Day. Think about D-Day. Think about all those white Nazis that stormed the beach. Think about those white Nazi heroes.
Yeah, they scored on their own goal and they're like, wait, what? Fuck.
Yeah,
It's embarrassing.
yeah, that was an own goal.
I did. That's
That was an own goal.
that was the movie.
D-Day was an own goal.
That was a movie. That's a real movie.
There was an HBO series that was like that.
Well, Handmaid's Tale was kind of weird girl psychological porn where they're like they're being controlled and like so like religious male authority figures were like
Yeah.
have kids now. I don't want to.
No, I'm not done working.
You know,
I don't want this to affect my career.
when I stopped watching. Did you watch Handmaid's Tale?
No, I never watched.
I watched it a little bit. Did you watch it?
No, I'd watch my wife watching it. I like catch her watching it and be like, "You love this shit."
Ain't no point in bringing it up.
What is it though?
No,
Well, no, it was a point where
You liked it.
I didn't.
You a dirty lib. You loved it.
Look, I was watching it. I was trying to get a joke out of it. I forgot what the fuck the joke was. It was something about calling them like out of their name because they called them Offred and Off whatever. It was all something, and then the punchline was bitches. I can't remember. I can't remember.
Hilarious.
I
Well,
can't
it's
remember
funny.
exactly how it went. But
That's hilarious.
You know, my favorite thing to do at the Cellars is to get Keith Robinson fired up about politics. It's one of my favorite
You were
things.
telling me
Just
that.
sit down and be like, I love Trump.
dude,
But there was, I'm not going to say who it was. There was a comedian there. An African American comedian was sitting with us. And they were like, I voted for Trump. And he was just like, oh! He was furious. He was like, you're telling me. Like, he was doing that. It was so good. He just he forgave me. He's like, "That's you're a dumb white guy. Of course, this is how you feel." But when it was a black person, he was like, "Oh,
that's great. That's the one thing I think he takes seriously then. Because we just saw him last night. His hour is great, bro.
oh, it's
His hour is
unbelievably,
fucking
it's
good.
unbelievably good.
It's
Really?
so good.
He's more powerful than ever.
Yeah,
His second
yeah,
stroke made
yeah,
him more
yeah,
powerful.
He had another one?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he goes on. He doesn't. No one cares less.
Oh my god.
it's
fucking
amazing.
that's
And-
awesome.
Yeah.
And he's so like brutally Keith that
Yeah.
it's like the sympathy thing is out the window immediately. Like he gets it on stage and you don't feel sorry for him at all.
Oh, that's
No.
You know
awesome.
what I mean?
That's
It's just
Yeah, I mean,
like,
he's such a bad person.
yeah, he's such a piece of shit. I don't want to say anything.
I'm
he says.
gonna say one joke. We can say one. It's a quick one, but he's like, I'm sorry, Keith, for burning it, but he's like, I forget I'm like this because he's joked. He's like, I'll still see a handicapped motherfucker and see him on the street, and I'll be like, ah, and then he'll be like, look at you, motherfucker, and I'm like, oh shit.
I mean, dude, unbelievable.
It's so good, dude.
Unbelievable.
He's the one person at the Cellar where I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
I gotta follow that.
yeah.
Not saying I'm, but that's the only one I'm
You're
ever.
him, bro. You're a fucking
I
him.
mean, I'm they, but
Also,
I'm them. But he's the one guy I'll be sitting there next, just like, how the fuck are you gonna follow this?
Dude,
can't
that's
follow
tough,
that.
man.
you talk shit about him. I followed him one time at the Cellar, and I was just like, "Y'all know Keith Drive, right?"
Just like,
I gotta get this motherfucker off the road. He drinks, he drives,
he's a piece of shit.
Like that's all I said, and I was like, "All right, I got the set going."
drives.
That's funny.
Keith driving
like-
is hilarious.
It's fucking weird to me. I'm like, every time I see him get in the car, I'm like, bro, you really? Yeah, I guess you only need one side. Really?
Yeah, he's got that right foot.
Yeah, he got
working.
the right foot. Right, already, like, I get
Who
there.
was Spud was telling me about what the fuck are those planes called where they take off too fast and everyone passes? Ghost planes. Did he? Dude, you ever hear
He
about
got
ghost
his
planes?
he got his stroke
Nah.
from on a plane.
Really? Well, dude, there was recently there was a plane flew over Washington D.C. and like the jets had to go like follow it to see what the fuck they were doing. And on like smaller, I think like private jets a lot of the times on smaller flights, something like if you reach altitude
You gain
too
altitude
high,
too quickly.
everyone fucking passes out or dies. And there's just a ghost plane flying
Yeah.
on autopilot just around the city. And they
That
had
makes
to,
sense.
They had to like bring it down.
The pressure, that's what happened to
Yeah.
Payne Stewart, the golfer.
Really?
The cabin depressurized. I'm sure that's
what it is.
is.
Yeah, it's what it
It's
is.
like
It's-
you take off too fast. Maybe it doesn't
happens.
pressurize quick enough.
Yeah, and like there you get private flights where everyone on board just dies instantly.
He was on a private flight and they just had to let it fly until
Yeah,
it
they let
like,
it fly
ran
until it runs out of gas, and they try to
then-
steer it till it crashes into like the
Or
wilderness.
they die instantly. Or
Yeah,
they pass out?
pilots die. Everyone gets like euphoric and giddy for like 10 seconds,
yeah,
and you
there's
just
just
go,
no oxygen.
and you pass out.
Is that what happened with that Malaysian flight?
That's what they think.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Right in the ocean.
Oh, that was one of the. Did you watch that documentary?
I didn't know.
They just come up with wild theories,
yeah.
but then they show you, like, act out. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah,
show
yeah.
you footage of like,
Reenactment.
here's what happened. These two Russian guys sat in the front. They climbed up, opened the hatch, but then you watch it and you're like, yeah, that is what happened. They're showing me video. I'm like, yeah, I believe it. I can see it. And then they cut to like an expert that's like, no. And you're back on your couch like, yeah, obviously.
That's the only image your brain has of it. You're like, yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe.
It's funny
like,
how
oh,
an
they'd have
expert
to-
be
yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, just one expert real quick. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. I guess because you showed me it.
You showed me a moving image.
You showed me it.
Took that at
Yeah, they were like
reality.
Russians got in there, ripped the cables down in the basement of it that can depressurize the cabin. and then they took control of it. It's
What'd
like,
they
wait,
do? Why would the
They
Russians take
landed
him
it
Malaysian?
in.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah, they hijacked it and just landed it. And like, this is ours now.
There was something where like the pilot was running flight simulations of kind of the exact flight path.
Really?
Yeah, where they were like, maybe this guy might have done it,
Yeah.
but I don't want to put that on.
Although
in
you
case-
think a pilot would run a death? You think they'd run the death spiral to see like what's up if they can do it?
run the
Yeah, like crash.
try to
landing.
hit a barrel roll or
I don't know, just being like, what would happen if this thing started to fall? Could I
man, let's
land
take this thing to space, dude.
it? True, he might have went up. They never thought about that. Did he go up?
Everybody's looking down.
Everything's going down. He might have went up.
Everybody's looking at their shoes. I'm out here looking at the sky. The hell is it? It's gonna come back down.
He was looking at the wrong.
Yeah, I think there was a lady that found it like right away. That was great. They did this thing where they gave satellite imaging to there was like a website. Anybody could just scour the whole area because like it'd be impossible to look for it. So they just sent out a website so every freak on Earth could just sit there looking at images of the ocean. This lady found like wreckage in the South China Sea, and they were just like, no.
That's not it.
Because I think we might have shot it down. Something like that wasn't. That was one of the theories.
It's possible.
One of the theories was it was taking off, going to China with some technology on board that we were like, nah.
Ooh.
Are you
But
are you a big conspiracy theorist guy?
depends what we're talking about.
True. Yeah, I'll entertain him.
I'll certainly entertain them. I don't even think.
Do you have any?
I don't have
Like
any.
JFK for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Dry.
The election obviously was rigged.
COVID.
Yeah, for sure.
See, I don't be.
No, I'm not. I don't. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like COVID, for instance. You don't nothing or yeah.
I think that I don't think it was on purpose, but I think it was they
It
just
came out of a
covered up.
lab.
It came out of a lab that in China,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're just still not even pursuing how did that. They're not pursuing Epstein at all.
Yeah.
No one's pursuing that, and the whole country knows.
Well, they sealed it. He was busted as a pedophile, and they sealed it. The whole court record was sealed somehow. We're like, yeah, there's a law where like if you're like a super rich pedophile, we can seal the whole thing.
Yeah,
and like no one can ever look into it.
there was.
So
I mean,
there's
I
that.
think that one's not even a conspiracy. I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's clearly
that
he
one's
was.
clear.
It was part of an intelligence program.
That one's clear. I just had,
Yeah. What do you think about COVID? What was your take on
no, I'm not. I'd really just be going with the wind on shit. And I'm
Gotcha.
like, okay, if it's real, whatever they say it's real. But I'm not combative like that. But I have a friend that's like, yo, this shit is fucking bullshit. It's bullshit.
I mean,
they telling us to do all this. Da da da. I ain't getting the like. I didn't want to get the vaccine.
I didn't want to get the
I didn't want to get the
vaccine.
vaccine, but
Seller?
we had to.
Yeah.
So
We were
and
forced.
actually,
Joe, did you fill out the card, brother?
I got
The seller.
That was
forced us.
bullshit,
I got
dude.
it. Huh?
That was bullshit to force you guys.
Yeah, I mean, and at this point, I know people that not comics, but like people that faked it and was like kept working. Yeah,
The bros.
I mean,
I
you know
got
what I
into
mean.
another country.
What, you got the card from another
But I
country?
don't-
I got into a different country.
I don't
Oh, hell
feel
yeah.
I don't feel no different. I do think it's like fucking ridiculous that like if somebody dies now, they'd be like, "See, you've been vaccinated. You got the vaccine." I'm
You
like,
talking about JF?
JF?
Talking about Jamie Foxx? There's a wild thing going around about
I
Jamie
don't
Foxx.
even. That's the thing about the internet that pisses me off the most. If I was Jamie Foxx, I would just not even show my face until
He
I
did.
needed
I think
to.
he's fucked.
You do?
Yeah, he's fucked
I
up.
think that's. I thought I could have sworn I read that he was
Nah,
like for
his
real.
daughter said that he was
Yeah, I
good.
did see that. I do
yeah,
believe
but then he was
her-
still in the fucking hospital though.
You was in the hospital with him?
No, he had a stroke, didn't he? Wasn't he in a center and had a stroke? And
I don't
didn't
know.
the canon come out and
yeah.
say? I could be wrong, but I thought the canon came out and started saying some wild stuff on his behalf.
Cannon's the true Nick Cannon, dude. He might.
Cannon.
Oh, Nick
Cannon.
Cannon.
He's at the forefront.
He is.
I don't know.
I could be wrong because I looked up. I heard Nick Cannon came out and like spilled the beans, but I couldn't find it on Google. So.
Yeah, but you're right. I don't know why the daughter would tweet that
He's playing pickleball.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, there was just so much conflicting information on it. She was like, "He's all good. He's playing pickleball."
Yeah, but why would she?
But then it was like he had another stroke. I have no fucking.
Who knows? It's terrible. Jamie Foxx is the fucking man.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people that went down that I was like, that could be vaccinated.
Yeah.
That could be a booster fucking related pass out.
Maybe it's because Nigerian. I got all this strong, you know what I'm saying, immune system and blood and shit. You know, we the superior race, so it's just not. It just don't affect. You know what I'm saying?
Could be.
Why are you trying to get me to say something?
Yeah.
Say it. Say I'm wrong.
That's what. Who was saying that shit yesterday? I was keeping it where black people were like for 2 hours. Yeah, we don't get COVID. Like, that was a real report, which was fucking crazy. Yeah. That's when I'm on my conspiracy theory shit, because I'm like, why would y'all put this out there?
What, that black people don't get COVID?
Yeah, why
they
would
were saying
y'all-
they were getting it
And
the
then
worst
they were putting it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at
Yeah.
first it was like they don't get it at all.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then it was like, you niggas is all dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like most conspiracies, they didn't know what the fuck was going on, and people were just reporting shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like Sandy Hook, they were like, they've apprehended a second shooter. It's like,
Yeah.
no, they didn't. You just got false information.
Yeah.
You said it, and now that's out there. One local news station saying the wrong thing. You know, maybe
A dude came out for Jamie. It was like some white dude was like, I know it firsthand. He got it, and now he's fucked up. And they were like, fuck you, dude. But it's like, who knows? He could just be trying to.
That's what happened with the dude from the Bills.
What?
He got hit
in the chest.
in the heart.
Yeah.
Oh, they
He fucking
tried to-
died on the field, and people were like,
They tried to say it was the vaccine.
I mean, it's never happened ever.
Yeah. Well, they were saying there's a theory.
So
If you,
there's a
Although-
couple.
Here's the thing, though. So I think it happened. It originated in the lab. They covered it up to save like the government's
Yeah.
self, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it was the big pharma companies were like, "Whoa, hold on. This will be nice." And they made billions of bucks and forced everyone to get this
Yeah.
thing. And dude, it's
sure.
people have gotten fucked up from it for sure. I've talked to
Undoubtedly.
so many people. I talked to a lady who passed out, got the second shot, passed out. Myocarditis apparently is a big. I've talked to a lot of people who said their cardio is fucked up
Yeah.
after getting it.
People do pass out from needles, though, a lot.
True.
Also, but back to the big pharma thing.
Yeah.
It's not a conspiracy to think that our government is controlled almost entirely by corporations.
Yeah.
It's not a conspiracy.
No.
So when it comes to something like this, I don't think it's very conspiratorial to think
No,
that
I
way.
don't. I wasn't even thinking about the. I was actually talking about the disease.
Oh yeah, about
Oh,
how
whether it
it's-
exists or not?
how it's not that serious. How all of us in this room have gotten it like 5 times,
Yeah.
and 4 of those times didn't notice. And the only time I did is when I stuffed my hand in my ass and smelled it, and went, "Holy shit, I got COVID." The old ass test. That
is-
thing was foolproof.
Smelling salts, dude.
Dude, I'd wake up hungover. I'd be like, this is it. COVID. These hangovers are usually not that bad. Oh, nope. Just a hangover.
That is
Toss on an ass smell to that hangover.
just the doctor just be like,
yeah.
yeah, you got it.
Here, try mine.
No, see, this is what it's supposed to smell like.
I'm not getting that either, Doc. Doc, I can't smell your ass either.
Oh shit,
Yeah, that's
wild.
where we should switch over to Patreon,
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
We don't want to take up time. Matt, you and I have to get to the gymnasium.
To work out.
You're
Work on our
welcome to
bodies.
stay for another hour if you'd like. We got nothing.
Um,
No pressure. No pressure.
nah, I think I'm a boogie.
All right.
What y'all?
Thanks, Kat. You got anything to promote? You got a podcast or any shit like that?
Nah, bro, I don't even do podcasts. This is
Yeah.
like the first one I've done in maybe like 5 years or
Hell
some
yeah.
shit like that.
Great,
I'm happy
dude.
you came over.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm gonna go right with Reggie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
All right.
thank
Hell
you
yeah, man.
guys.
Dude, thank
you,
man. It was awesome, bro.
Nice meeting you.
It was awesome.
Love. I love you too.